We are live. There we go.
Yep.
Hi, welcome to Roll for Bowl. I am DM Ben Competence. For the first time in a long time, we are doing the main story. Welcome back, Jin, playing Crayrin, hasn't been here for a while. She's been off on a secret agent mission. I'm compromising her safety just by mentioning that, but that's all you need to know. We are doing Odyssey of the Dragon Lords, a Greek mythology-inspired game, technically in the D&D universe-ish. We have 4 heroes fated by destiny to save the continent of Thylia from the Titans Sidon and Aletheia, who are super evil and also may have a point. Now, I'm going to introduce the 4 Dragon Lords. Say hi, Dragon Lords.
Hi, Dragon Lords.
Hi, Dragon Lords.
Hi.
How's the
And-
DLs?
I won't do it.
And I rolled dice to see who goes first. Jen, you actually came up. I would like you to introduce yourself, your character, and tell us one
God.
thing you like about your character.
Well, my name's Jen. That's the easy part. Crayrin, he is a short, little, mouthy elf monk, and I think that's what I like the best about him, is that he is...
He's kind of like you.
Oh, isn't that just funny how that works? No, but I feel that what I like about Cray is he is mean to everybody else, but to those that he's close with and that he actually gains and gives trust and respect, he will follow to the ends of the earth.
Very loyal, very good friend. I love him. And that is a great...
He'll never admit it.
Oh, he'll never
Absolutely.
admit it. Oh, hell no. And yeah, he'll never admit it.
Hi, Tammy's mom. Bowl Rollers. Tammy's mom calls us Bowl Rollers. That's a phenomenal
Yes.
name.
I love
God.
it.
And
Yeah.
we're keeping it. We're
10
keeping it.
out of
This is canon.
10.
Canon.
This is great. I told the group just for the stream, I'm like, I haven't DM'd for this story in a while. I don't know if I know how to do it. And then I jump in. I'm like, hi, everybody. Okay, so yes, we're gonna jump back in. Reed, introduce yourself, your character, something you like about your character.
I am Reed. I am playing Euphemion, the human wizard, and the best thing about Euphemion is it gets to give me a chance to show off just how clever I really am, and just drive Ben mad.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. Like, I was just like, every time we've played, you picked a character that rewards creative thinking. And I'm like, oh, that'll be fun. And then like Andy says, fucking Reed.
Wait, are you talking about this campaign or last?
Yes.
Both. All of the campaigns where I think he consistently chooses characters that he like can clever his way through things, and I'm just like, fucking hell. Next up on the rolls, Allie.
Hi, I'm Allie, and my character is Callista. She is a satyr, bard / warlock, and my favorite thing about her is, like, in a much different way than Crayrin, she is also very no fucks given. Like, just impulsivity personified.
That's a phenomenal way of saying it. A very different version of Crayrin's no fucks given. That is a phenomenal approach. Let me roll my one-sided die for the last person. Okay, it landed on Tammy. Tammy, feel free to introduce yourself and your character.
I am Tammy, and I play Kiana, the demi-goddess, daughter of Pythor. I'm a Triton barbarian. And what I like most about Kiki is that she is not like Tammy at all. Like, she wants to go in, get in there, beat the shit out of whatever to get to what we need to do. And Tammy is a lot more meeker than that. And I like being a tank.
It's you tank very well. Terrifyingly well. This is phenomenal. Okay, I am going to catch us up on what we've where we were, and I'm probably going to get things wrong. So let's get to it. The heroes have basically finished the first leg of their journey, completing 3 epic acts. Having finished those, the town decided to celebrate the great games the Olympics, which have gone on for a while, because this is a town of politics and mystery and adventure. So hanging out for 7 days has become an ordeal. There has been death and betrayal, a player death, which they got better. A few revelations, a few political controversies. Where we are now is, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, we're the day before the final day. Like, you guys missed the 6th day of the games, and there's the 7th day left, which is the Great Relay Race. But King Acostus, who... how do I put this? Technically a hero, but so much of a hero, such an asshole about it that it comes back around to a villain as far as you guys are concerned. I think is the way to put it. I don't know. The king of Mitros has politely reminded you guys that your services are no longer needed in Mitros, which is the political way of saying get the fuck out of here before I call somebody. His wife, who is the queen and goddess Valis, has offered to provide you guys resources on your journey within reason. Kyra, the goddess bard, who is with you all, is with Valis right now, discussing and planning what comes next. You have in your hot little hands a map that leads to the Ultros, magical ship that... I don't know if I've covered the power of this thing, but it is a ship that would be vital to fighting the Titans. And it is the next leg of your journey. But as we've discussed previously, there are more than a few things in Mitros that are still drawing your attention. So, who knows what comes next? Did I hit all the points on that?
Everything pertinent, I think, yes.
Okay.
Yep, say so.
I can cover less relevant things too, just to be thorough. But the heroes were basically at a temple. We're at the Temple of the Five Gods, and Cray has come back from the dead after learning basically that due to some twists of fate, they have essentially 2 lives left, but after if they lose the 3rd one, no resurrection spell in all of the canon can bring them back from what happens then. I think this was the afternoon. It is your action. Is Bulbug still with you?
I thought that he had left to like meet us a little later.
Yeah, he was going to go take care of his affairs because it was assumed that he was going to leave town with us.
Yes, he wants to leave town. He wants to be your new travel buddy. He has pitched this idea. I don't think you've officially accepted because you guys wanted to discuss that. But that does leave you guys in the at the Temple of the Five Gods with no one else around. So it is anybody's action to start this game. Welcome back.
And we're probably still just completely wrecked after the fight, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
no healing has been done or
though.
resting yet.
I thought you had gotten, because like you look like shit. I felt like absolutely amazing because we had gone through that talking about how I thought I was at 1 hit point, and actually I am like good.
You got true resurrection, meaning you can basically come back in the best version of your body that you want. Like whatever upgrades you want to make, no laser eyes, but you know what I mean. Like if you want to like remove or add scars or whatever like that or anything, like you're getting your body's fully restored.
And so that's why it was like with Euphemian, he still looked like garbage because he never left my side. So like all the acolytes were all like, oh my god, we like totally ignored you. So
I believe that I healed at least a little bit when I showed up.
I believe that I'm back up to full hit points, but still,
looking like garbage.
I think the priests finally realized you were there and needed help too.
I know, right?
They were distracted.
A
Listen,
dead body.
this body was dead already. Like, they could have been like, it doesn't matter. Anyways. But
all right, so I'm still down a little bit, but I'm not really complaining. I like to wear my boo-boos for a bit.
I think Cray would, like, after getting hugged by everybody, and of course, fucking King Acostus, fuck that guy. I think
He's fine.
let's I mean, we have some things we need to get done, but I wanted to talk to you guys about, Seema is a little more clever and better than I gave her credit for. Do you think I should ask her if she was interested to talk to the cult? Should I even put her in that kind of situation?
You say that one of the priestesses in the temple goes,
I thought you were. Go away.
Okay, I was going to ask if maybe you could have this conversation outside.
Yeah, we're leaving. Don't. I am back. Do not say anything to anybody. You hear this?
That you're alive is a secret? Okay.
You know what? Okay. Awesome. And I just flip her a gold coin.
And she watches it fall to the floor as she backs out of the room.
Oh my god. I pick it up. I pick it back up. Well, screw you then. I'm not going to be leaving. Actually, no. I'm going to go and actually leave a gold for every single god that's in here.
Chris back to life, and the first thing he does is threaten one of the people that was standing over his body for an hour.
Yeah. That's Cray.
Good
welcome back.
A sense of tact is without any kind of injury.
Well, as I walk around to each of the gods, I'm like, yeah, I'm a dummy. And I just put a gold in every single one of the.
Even Vulcan?
Pardon me?
Even Vulcan? In character?
Oh yeah, friggin' all of them. Screw it, who cares? At this point.
That's growth.
Is that what that is? I shiver in disgust.
I think you're gonna hear this voice behind you that just that says, "So everything's worked out then." And those of you who turn around would see the blue tiefling with the curled horns, Chandris, who you may recall is one of the devotees of Aletheia. Just to get everybody back up on the same page because it's been a while. Definitely worshiping your mortal enemy, but has told you guys before that he worships her, but also wants to be on your side. Basically, he doesn't feel the need to reconcile your difference in faith, but also doesn't feel that a war needs to happen. People have regarded him with a certain amount of sus.
I glance at him, but I don't. I just ignore him.
Yeah, he looks at you and goes, "Oh, so you're... Well, that worked out."
I just go
quite
back to
as
putting
dead
gold.
as previously advertised.
I still have my sass.
Your what? Sorry? Yes,
I still have my ass.
Yes.
And yeah, that's what I'll say.
And he says, and he looks around. He sort of looks around at the temple, just with this sort of wonderment, sort of amazement as he sort of takes it in, and he just looks at you all and goes, "I just wanted to see how all of you were doing and to check in. I know that you upheld your end of the bargain to side on, and I appreciate that. But I think I recognize some handiwork, and it seems you've really been upsetting her lately."
I can assure you the feeling is mutual.
Do you understand why she does what she does?
I don't really care, to be honest with you, because what she's doing is ruining people's lives from our point of view.
Oh, okay. That's understandable, but I'm glad that you said point of view, because she's spent a lot of time having to listen to the points of view of others. Oh, she's not around. But I wanted to know if you... Well, we could discuss philosophy and religion. I know there's a certain amount of a capacity for it. But I wanted to ask if you had given any thought to our collaborations, possibly working together to bring this ugliness to an end as quickly as possible.
I had put it towards the rest of the group. Unfortunately, it seems like our time at Mitros is very quickly coming to an end.
Oh. And he looks at you, he goes, "Oh, is that stubborn ass doing... my apologies. You can only be persuaded so much, believe me." Well, if I can help at all, you know where to find me. I'll be in my temple, I'll be around. I do want things to be better, but the assistance that I can provide is in limited capacity for now, as you can imagine. It seems I'm getting a cold reception. I won't try to force trust upon you. Very well. And he turns, and just with a flick of his tail, he just saunters out, leaving you all there.
I don't think he sees it because I'm putting it behind him as he's leaving, but I'm like...
For what it's worth,
Fair enough.
I do still feel like we should at least look into it. We have heard reports that children have gone missing.
Yeah, there's that too.
Whether or not he's involved in it, and for the moment I don't see any reason to believe that he is. It may at least give us a chance to deal with those two fools who decided to have a go at you, Cray.
Wasn't he the one who advocated for the children to be given to Aletheia originally, though? Like, wouldn't that be a reason to believe he's involved?
True, but if he were behind it, one would also expect that he would have nothing to gain from coming to us.
Unless he knew you were smart enough to think that, and then he was planning on it.
But knowing that we know that he knows that we know that he knows.
This is my favorite part of the game so far. I'm so glad we're back.
Oh, he had this soliloquy a couple weeks ago at night after the one session.
Amazing.
Wait, Reed or Euphemian?
No, Reed.
Oh, that's
Reed after the
fantastic.
game.
Oh, man.
I mean, you know, he didn't tell us that we had to leave, like, now. He said
Could we
to
assume that
leave.
we're sort of vacating the temple as things go?
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
assuming we're talking.
I'm assuming we're talking and
walking.
walking. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's fair.
So, I'd say, like, you know, I mean, we might have some time to look into things. I mean, we still have to find Bulba, get Kyra, and get her stuff, and talk to that dude we're kind of staying with.
Oh, yeah. I forgot. I hope he's okay.
That dude. You
Well,
know, I mean, we have ends to tie up. Let's go tie up some ends, even if it takes just a little.
Kiki's just gonna stop walking, and as she's saying, so everybody pretty much knows or thinks you're dead right now. Do we want to maybe kind of keep going with that?
A disguise.
Somebody have a rope?
Either a disguise, or I do have my mantle of nature. I could throw that on you for now.
I think I have a disguise kit.
Okay.
Are we doing this at the entrance of the temple now? Is that where we're at?
I'm assuming we're
doing
just
this
taking a side entrance.
Yeah, I thought you guys were just walking through like a random part of town. Like, you guys can pick a spot. I'm not too
Let's
precious
duck into
about
an
this.
alleyway.
Although
Okay.
that does bring up a good point, that it's probably a good idea to let Seema know sooner rather than later.
Oh
For Seema,
shit.
yes.
Oh
But, like,
boy, I
you
think I
could-
need
you
help
could
with
do
that.
that.
I don't want to be alone for that. Uh, um,
This sounds like a
somebody
job
needs.
for Callista.
Oh boy.
You want me to crash your reunion?
I don't know if it's necessarily crashing or more like helping me. Just help.
Well, definitely we'll have to go talk to Seema and let her know that you're okay. And then obviously Kyra and maybe Valis. I don't think she'd tell Acostus. But do you think that this could be beneficial to us to keep Prey being alive a secret?
I say let's keep it under our hats for now.
I will say right now, just out of character, you guys mechanically are at a level of fame that you should not be having. That if you want to keep this secret, like you guys are like at paparazzi levels right now. So if you want to be having this conversation, we should probably say that it was that you probably not at the same time that you clarified that you're walking down the streets. You know what I mean? That's all
Yeah.
I'm saying.
Let's
Which
just
I'll-
duck into an alleyway near the
Yeah, I
temple.
won't hold it against you, but I just want to say like that. I'm only saying that to say the level of like caution you have to put into this ruse if you're going to do it.
All
Also,
right.
I think
So
Kyra and Versi. I think Kyra and
Valis.
Valis already know because I think that they were there.
yeah.
Goldbug
So
would know
they
too.
Cast us.
And yeah.
So all the
Yes.
major
Oh,
players know.
Costas
It's
already
just
And
the
so
it's
do
just
his
the
guards. I think
Yeah.
this is going to be very difficult to keep under wraps.
Can I still disguise you?
yeah. You know what? You might as well.
Oh dear.
I have the
fun.
mantle. I mean, just make sure it's presentable enough so that when Seema sees me, she's not like, "Who the hell are you?"
Okay. I would like to use my disguise kit to disguise Krarin.
I think you should use performance check on this,
Okay.
and we're just gonna say it succeeds, but the higher tier, the more effective it is, basically.
Okay. Cool.
And I'll BS some rules along the way, unless someone knows rules on disguises. But I don't think that.
25.
Yeah. Okay. Outside of Kraven's behavior, there is nothing that would actually give this away. You guys are welcome to discuss what that disguise would be. Do you want to discuss that now or come up with it later?
Teenage
Your
girl.
call.
Oh my god.
Yes.
I was yeah. Okay, perfect. I'm in.
Okay,
That's
so I'm gonna write this
amazing.
down so I don't forget. Okay, so I have to act like this. I mean, I look like it, but now I have to act like a teenage girl. So how do teenage girls act? Callista, you were a teenage girl once, right?
You squeal at
I mean,
everything
it's
and
been a while.
talk at every guy and you're like.
I mean, or you could do something like you could be shy, maybe, like, and not draw attention to yourself. So,
yeah.
you could just like don't say anything and like just look down at the ground, and if anyone talks to you, just like
Not
stammer a
hiding it.
lot,
Okay.
and like maybe like play with your hands like a little bit, like
Oh god. Okay, well, you did a good job. I might as well try.
This
Fabian,
is
you want to put your arm
amazing.
around me or something? Because this is dumb.
Oh, that's
Oh,
creepy.
This is
Oh.
amazing.
Oh, it's not cool, right? Oh, okay.
I mean, not if you're like a teenager.
Oh.
The topics that we broach on this game.
Who? Jennifer would never do that. No, but oh
Let's
yeah,
go see
okay.
Seema!
Let's go see Seema.
10 out of 10.
Okay.
Perfect.
Oh my gosh, that was amazing. So you guys are going basically to the inn where Simo's staying, is that correct? Or where are you going?
I guess.
Actually, you know what? Let me ask you. Let me ask. Let me back up. Cray, where would you look for Seema? Because she may not necessarily be at the inn.
Oh, well, I assumed that she would go back to the place that I've always walked her to. There's nowhere else I would know to find her, so that would be the only thing that I could think of to go to.
Okay. You head back there, and when you reach this inn, you are not able to find any sign that she's there. The window that you saw her at, it's afternoon, so you wouldn't see any activity in there, but when you knock, there's no one there. If you ask around, there's no sign that anybody's there. I think that, well, actually, what would you do next?
You think she'd go to the theater?
Oh yeah. She might go
That
there.
would be the next thing that would make sense to me.
I mean, or the bar. Like, I mean, I don't know. Kiki, what would you do if, like, the person that you were in love with, like, got killed in front of, like, hundreds of people?
Guys, she's not.
I would
thinking
not want to
wrong.
go to a bar. I would take off somewhere by myself.
Somewhere public, private.
That's
Yes.
what I would
Perhaps?
think too.
A private public. Did you guys visit a garden? Maybe somewhere you guys went together.
Well, we talked a lot and walked around a lot. Like we hung out at that garden. That's right in the center of Mitros there a few times.
Would that be like a very busy place?
I don't know about now. Either that or the theater, I'd say.
If you want to ask, if you want to ask out of character what your character would know, Cray, I'll just give it to you because you would know after all the time you've been here. The garden is, I mean, it's relatively, it would be relatively empty in the afternoon because it's like any sort of museum or zoo of any kind where it's like really crowded during peak hours and really empty during not. You know what I mean? So It would be like pretty empty now. Theater, probably really busy right now because of, all the commerce from the games.
Okay.
You know.
I'd say let's try the garden first.
Mm.
And then we can go to the theater and see if she's there. I don't want everybody to be like, oh no, actually, I'm a teenage girl. That's right. So.
Oh my god.
While we're here, could I buy, say, a loaf of bread and some wine?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Reed is on the ball. Okay.
How much
Yes.
is that going to set us back?
You know what? Honestly, for you, it'd be free.
Okay.
You're Euphemian, and you just killed a Cerberus today. Like, if you went up to some place, I would be surprised if they let you finish your sentence before they offered you bread and wine. Like, you're golden. So you guys get to the gardens, and roll an investigation check. Actually, all of you roll investigation checks. Cray with advantage.
Oh, okay. How do I do this again?
6.
Oh my god. Kiki
I'm just gonna do it
won.
twice.
17.
I rolled a 2 minus 1.
Did it go twice or just once?
Twice.
Okay.
You got a 19
22.
and you have 22. All right. Kiki, I'm picking up this Beth, if you're watching, this is from you. I want to pick up this new technique that I've been learning. If you get a 1 or you get in a really abysmal roll, I want to challenge you guys to explain why you failed.
Ooh.
So, Kiki, why, when you were helping look for Seema, did you roll a 1? Like, what does that look? I'm not asking you to, like, make fun of yourself necessarily or anything, but just, it could be anything. It could be a joke. It could be serious, but why would you have a 1?
I'm a little bit distracted with when Callista asked me that if someone I was in love with had just gotten killed, how I would react. And I'm actually pondering this more so than I am actively doing what I'm supposed to be doing. This is actually kind of going through my brain right now.
Excellent. And as you guys are searching, there's a part of the garden that's a little ways away, a little secluded, with a small pond, artificial pond, and surrounded by flowers and one hanging palm tree, I would say. I like that. And Cray, you haven't been there before, but you know Seema and you know you. And when you go to the quietest part of the garden, you see Seema looking down at the pond with one hand in the water and just looking away, unaware that you're here.
I think I'd gesture for my friends just to kind of be just at the entrance of the garden.
Near but far.
It's a bit deep in the way. It's a bit deep in the garden. But like you're near the heart of the garden, I would say. But go ahead.
And then I'd like to try to quietly go up, like near her.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't want to be like startling her or be too,
Mm-hmm.
And I just. I'm sorry, Seema.
And she starts for a second, she turns and she looks at you, and her eyes are just red, and just tears have been running down her face, and she just looks at you and goes,
And I just open my arms up.
"Thank you, miss, but I just want to be alone right now."
Oh, shit. I take off the.
Is everything okay?
I take off the nature mantle thing, and I'm like, I try to shake the boobies off or whatever the heck you did to me. I don't know what you did. And
are you okay? Do I can get somebody. I can get. She stands up. She goes, "I can get somebody."
And I just go up and hug her. And actually, I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. Seema, it's me, and I just kiss her. I grab her and I just give her the most passionate, deepest kiss I've ever given anybody. It's probably really awkward, but it's gonna put all my feeling that I have for her in it.
You hold her and you kiss her. Let me see 1 second. You
Who
hold
the
her
fuck are you, kid? Get off me!
And she looks at you and she goes,
Craig gets stabbed by a dagger. Oh no. No. Oh. No.
You really do just keep getting back up again, don't you?
Oh.
I'm so sorry. I should have trusted you. I should have. And I just start kissing like all her tears away. I just kiss all her little tears away, and then just try to brush her hair out of her face, and then just, yeah.
She just sort of like smiles for a second, just like this small smile. She's just like, "Okay, thank you. It's okay." I thought I watched you die.
You did. I didn't.
They like you, don't they?
Or they learn to see me suffer, one or the other, but you and I are together again. There's nothing suffering here for now. I'm so sorry. We left on awful terms. And I should trust you more.
Yes. But I suppose I should trust you a bit more too. You've said before that you've been through worse, and I really thought that I watched you die, so I guess we just have to have a little bit more faith in each other. I'm not sure.
This is gonna be a lot. But
Now what you're about to say is a lot?
Well, in a bit. We have been asked politely by the king to vacate the city. And I have a favor to ask, if you are willing. Absolutely,
yes,
100%.
So let me go grab my things. Yes.
No, sweetheart. And then I tell her all about my connection with my aunt. I tell her the connection I have with Mitros. And I tell her what had happened. And if she's willing, it's gonna be a tough climb, but I can give you whatever guidance you need if you want to look into joining and taking over.
The call to the snake, to be sure. And she thinks about it. While you're explaining that, I want to cut away. Does anybody else want to be doing anything in the gardens at this time?
I would like to see if I can track down our prophet friend.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
That would be easy enough to do. Did you want to bring anybody with you, or are you doing this solo?
Does anybody want to come with me? I wouldn't specifically seek out help, but if anybody wants to go.
I think I would be trying to eavesdrop on Craren.
On Craren,
So
okay.
I don't think I'd want to come with.
I would just kind of just automatically follow with you.
Okay. So it is not hard to find him. Between the smell and the people that are making the effort to go speak to him, and just the noises, like, it is not hard. And soon enough, you do find Vitalis, the I'm trying to think of a way to put this. The fragrant halfling, with the cosmic awareness, the grand philosopher. And you just see him, like, all of his dirty rags and his half-eaten food and everything around there. It's like the deep contrast to the beauty of this place is just the complete, genuinely foul lack of fucks given by this guy, whose wisdom has afforded him this level of breadth from the rest of the community here. As he just looks around, some people are walking away. This woman's crying as she hurries away from him, and he goes, "Yeah, well, you asked. All right. Oh, you again. Oh, and that one. Are you two, well, are you?
Don't you know?
Yeah, but I like to hear it sometimes. Come on over here. Come over here. Are you guys heading over, both of you?
Yes.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Looks over, and before you say anything, he goes, "So you're Kiana. Or, sorry, Kiki. Is it Kiki for me? What do you want?"
I'll kind of just not breaking eye contact with him. I'll just kind of lean to Euphemian. Should it be Kiki for him or Kiana?
It's Kiana. What can I help you with?
I did have a question. If there's something that you can help me out with, and I'll prefer the bottle of wine and the bread.
Now, hold on. I do one question per person, because otherwise it gets all fucked up. But so there's not really a second question. He takes the bottle of wine. He goes, "That being said, depends on the question. A lot of factors. Could be interesting. Are you fun to hang out with? Would it be fun to answer? I don't know." And he just this is going to be my bottle of wine. And he just goes, "So I'm not saying I'm going to answer. I'm saying I'd like to hear the question. Because you're not a dumbass. And if you want to come up here and ask a second question, you got a reason. And I got to hear this."
Well, I mean, never hurts to try. The worst that can happen is someone says no. The question is...
Do you have any idea how many... No, hold on. Fuck you. Do you have any idea how many questions where the worst that can happen is somebody says yes? Have you spoken to Esther Archelander lately? Listen, whatever. Fuck, what's your question?
Fairly straightforward, I think. We've had some dealings with Condrus. He's asked us to go in to look for some missing children. I just want to know if we're being led into a trap.
Okay. Is this what you're gonna do? Every time anybody wants to be the heroes of so-and-so, or the adventurers of so-and-so, they can ask me what the meaning of the universe is. They can ask me who they're meant to be with or what'll make them happy in life. And you know what they fucking do? Come here. And he sort of leans in, and his breath smells foul. Like he ate an onion's waste for a week. And he looks at you and goes, "They use me to check for traps.
You have to understand that knowing what will make you happiest in life doesn't matter much if you're dead.
What about you? Is what you want to know? What do you want to know?
Oh, sorry, me?
Yeah, you. There are 3 people here right now.
I want to know the same thing as Euphemian. Is he already involved with the missing children?
It's not the same thing. Listen, you be very careful what you're asking me, because he asked if he's walking into a trap, and you asked where Chandras's loyalties lie, and those are 2 fucking different things.
I thought we were asking the same thing.
Nuance, dear.
This is why you're the talker.
Listen, you're smart as hell, okay? Just be that. Okay. I'm going to answer this for you as a freebie because I've seen where this goes. Remember our last question? And there's ways that the strands of fate can get fucked with and plucked and twisted. That's another freebie, by the way, but not for you. And I want to see you get where you're going. So I'm going to do this once, but if you come to me again with a bullshit question, I'm going to punish you. We good?
Absolutely.
Give me a second. Oh, yeah, don't clean my eyes with these hands. That's a terrible idea. Hold on.
I'll press
And he looks...
his face.
Thank you. Thank you. That takes a lot of stinging away. As he looks up, and as the sun sets, and he looks up at the beginning of the night sky, and you see his eyes gloss over into like reflections of stars, and his whole mind and body just seem receptive to the truths in the ether and the constellations. I just think saying is. All right. It's a trap. It's not for you. It's for the people you would least think it's a trap for. If I tell you it's a trap right now, don't you freak out, because you'll get it wrong. Okay? Don't be so smart you're dumb. And he leans over and goes, come here. Do you lean over?
Yes.
He pats you on the cheek. You're a good kid. All right. What about you? Blue one. You look like you have like a lot of... Huh. You know, that's the thing, Kiana. When you look at somebody, people always see the first layer of who they are, and the second layer if they're looking closely. But you have to free your mind of any presumption to see all of it. Because if I look at you and I see the demigoddess and the warrior and the person who fucked up the little one, I see that anger and I see that strength and I see all of that stuff. And then if I look further, I see all of that wondering and that heart, and that's good. That's powerful. That's stronger than the rest of the shit. But under that, it's mercurial. I don't know what's under that. But the thing is, I think that not knowing is under there. And I think that that's what you know is there too. So that's good. Keep figuring it out. But did you have any other questions for me?
Not at the moment. I
Wasn't talking to you. The whole thing was with the blue one. I am so sorry about him. He's an asshole.
I try not to crack a smile.
You can if you want to.
I'm gonna...
Who sees all? You don't really get to have a lot of pretense.
Yeah. I'm gonna lean into him.
Mm-hmm.
What will make me the happiest in all the world?
Let me look at you. You're going to be the happiest when you embrace who you are and the chance you have to love all 5 people traveling with you. Okay? That's going to be it. And you don't let go of that. You hear me?
I do.
So are either of you down or what's up here? What's happening?
What? I'm afraid to talk at this point.
No, I've just been pent up for like days, and it's really like a lot of people bring me food, but they don't bring me a lot else. You know what I mean? Like, what's happening here?
I think we have to go. Don't worry
Yeah.
about it, Kiki. Don't just.
That's
Okay.
fine. That's fine. Someone's going to want a prophecy. All right. See you.
Wait, what?
Thus ends my
shoulder and lead her away.
Euphemian, are you blushing? I kind of want to know now.
Oh, this is vanilla.
All right.
Like I've never had someone just randomly come on to me.
Mm-hmm. God, I love this repugnant little powerful wise man.
What was he? What was? I didn't understand half of what he said.
That's probably for the best. Don't worry about it.
So, Callista, you're watching Prayer Rand. Is there anything you wanted to do at the moment?
No, I'm mostly just eavesdropping, and yeah, no, I'm just like happy to have a moment where like nobody's looking at me.
Mm-hmm.
Chewing your nails off.
Yeah, the anxiety's catching up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I think I'm just kind of like quietly sitting and then seeing if I can hear them. Yeah, I'm not really feeling very active right now.
That's fair. So Cray, you catch up with Seema, and is there anything you hold back at all? Because if not, I'm just gonna jump into as if she knows everything the group knows.
Yeah, no, I'd say at this point, especially with that time with Valis, I realized how time is so precious. So, and the fact that I have this wonderful woman, and no, she'd know everything.
Yeah, just I love this.
Death does that to you. I'm just saying, dudes.
Yeah, you're okay. Well, you're gonna have a lot of character development across this campaign, then. No.
I already had from the
That's
get-go.
true. That's true. So Seema's sitting there, and like she's been done crying for a while, and she just she says she thinks about it, and she's processing everything you're saying, and the first thing she says after this is, well, I'm hardly that charismatic. I don't know that I'd be a leader.
Well, believe me, having charisma isn't really necessary when you're trying to run things. I mean,
What would
it's
you?
helpful, but
Yes.
not
What would
necessary.
you? What do you want me to do when I'm in charge of it? Did you want me to? It sounds like your aunt was working with some foul people, but also she was helping people. What would you want this to be? Why me?
I know some of the people in that organization, and they are not. They would only be there for themselves. And, my aunt had to do what she had to do, but she also didn't go into corruption and greed to the point where well, especially in the beginning, where she didn't lose her humanity to others. And I feel that under anyone else, I don't think that anybody will get any help at all. Ever.
So you want me to try to
It's,
make this what you thought it was?
It's not that I want what you would need. This is just a thought. If you would like to try to take this on. But they also answered a Sidon.
Are you
So
expecting
please
me
keep
to
that
answer
in
to
mind.
Sidon?
I'm sorry?
Are you expecting me to answer to Sidon?
I don't know. My aunt never really followed what it's supposed to be. But that's what everybody else thinks.
Well, there are merits to Sidon's teachings, not the least of which being the power of this land and the titans that watched over it before. There's a lot of strength that could come from remembering the people that were here before the immature gods that we have now. How did that sound? Was that convincing?
God, you all got me. I'm just looking at her in her eyes. Like, I'm just like, ah.
She sort of smiles a little bit. She goes, if I take this over, it's mine for now, unless I put somebody else in charge or step away. That's right, right?
That's right.
Roll an insight check for a second.
Inside check. Oh, I actually have a good insight.
Mm-hmm.
25.
Okay, 25. I want to oversell it. At 25, basically what she's trying to say in her own Seema way, because I just cannot justify putting this explicitly in her character. She's very interested in this. She's also aware that there's a lot of ways that this could be a fatal mistake. So, she wants to be able to, she wants to understand that she might step away one day, and that has to be okay with you. Like, she doesn't want to feel any obligation to do this. And B, when she's saying I'm running this, she does not want to run this the way that you want. She wants to understand why you're giving it to her, but it will be hers. It is not. She is not going to check in with you because she is not going to accept leadership of a place in order to answer, as much as she likes you, to answer to somebody she just started seeing. Mm-hmm. So she's going to take this. If you're offering this to her, she is accepting that she will take it over, and she wants to make sure that you two are on the same page. But she can't bring herself to use those exact words.
Oh, yeah. So I look at her in the eyes and I say, Seema, I wouldn't say this to anybody else who I didn't trust. But what's yours is yours. I just hope that you use it for good, that's all.
And she puts her hand on the side of the pool that you guys are sitting on, and she tries to weave her fingers between yours, and she says, some men would have got flowers when they came back, so thank you for this criminal organization.
I'm not like most men. I mean, I look like a teenage girl right now. I mean,
I had a lot of questions about that, but there was a lot more going on.
yeah.
Callista's very good at what she does.
She is so good at what she does.
Do you
Listen, do I know that she's there, or do I think everybody's left? Like I've imagined.
Callista, are you hiding at all? Okay.
Yes.
Roll.
Yeah.
Okay. Roll a stealth check, Callista, against Cray's passive perception.
Oh, this is gonna go well.
This is gonna go fucking terribly for you.
I believe in me.
Well, that makes one of us.
Yay. Okay. 12.
Okay.
Yeah.
Actually,
they both know you're here. They both know you're here.
Okay.
You guys could Cray, you could choose when you figured it out for cohesiveness, but yeah, you definitely know at this point.
Okay, so at this point I know, so I'll just say, you know what? Seema, come a little closer. And in a theater whisper I say, Cal's one of the good ones.
I can tell, but she has a lot of experience disguising people this way, and it creates a lot of questions for me.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it didn't help having the mantle on and stuff, but
You should have a
liked her
talk
a
with
lot.
her. Yes. She's all right, but you should have a talk with her about that because it raises a lot of questions.
do you feel something funny right now? And I pretend to be like a teenage girl. I that's what they told me to act like as a teenage girl. No? Oh, well.
Could we say
I
they
never-
don't come back at this point?
Yeah, that's fair. You guys are looking for them, and you hear this high, shrill, bad giggling, and that's how you place them. And you just hear Seema like gently go, "Please don't."
Come back in. Yes, please don't.
Well,
Oh no. So that's the last two, sir. Everybody's here.
yeah. I just hold my hand in hers. If you're okay, I mean, with me looking like this, I mean, you know.
We're helping her find her mother.
Yeah. I take the
Oh.
the mantle that I took and I put it back on and I'm like, I need help
Please.
to find my mother.
Oh my god. You sound
She's-
so distraught.
Unfortunately, she's so distraught at having lost her mother that she can't bring herself to speak right now. So she'll be very quiet and not even laugh. And she squeezes your hand.
I squeeze it back and I just do that, like, you know, like I gotcha.
If you think this is the first time I've had to sneak a friend out of a public place by making them a very upset teenage girl, we still have a lot to talk about.
Oh,
Our
that's
troop has
the
been through a
life.
lot. Yes, very much so.
I'm gonna turn around and say, Callista, what are you doing behind the bush? Are you using the bathroom?
Kiki, I'm hiding!
I could totally see you.
No, you're not.
I guess I'm not anymore.
Thank you.
I go to Callista and I just hug her.
Oh.
Are you well? Seema says to Kiki.
Yeah. After the stunt this one pulled on us there, yeah, I think my heart beats back where it's supposed to be. Oh, come on. You had
If
us
I-
going, Cray. Really.
Listen, that Cerberus had it in for me.
Well, maybe it was that mouth of yours.
Yeah, well,
Thinking, maybe.
listen, if I hate
maybe
something,
it's the number of times that you said, fuck Lutheria. I mean,
oh, yeah,
His
probably.
mouth.
I mean, I did say that. Like, I said it a lot.
No, dear, we can't have you speaking ill of the Titans.
Yeah.
I have a responsibility to honor them. So I have to ask you not to do that. And besides,
Yes. Do you
what would your mother
respect your
say?
elders, young miss?
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. I gotta.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Children should be seen, not heard.
And I fucking glare at Kiki.
I'll just look at her and big smile.
I think I like it better like this.
Healthy way of
Right?
parenting, to be sure.
You hear under my breath? This fucking bullshit.
Now, young lady, we'll take you and wash your mouth out with soap.
Callista, is there a way to
Tough
make this
parent.
permanent?
I can't do it. There is.
Okay, I need to find Bullbug. This is crap. Let's go
Oh,
find
dear.
Bullbug.
Well, to
Um,
that matter, we did have a slight conversation with Vitalis.
Right.
Uh-oh.
For what he has been able to tell, he doesn't think it's a trap for us. Which makes me wonder if they're actually testing Condrus's loyalty.
So, what should we do?
Well, I'm
Just-
still uncomfortable about the potential of leaving children be kidnapped.
Mm-hmm.
But perhaps we should make somewhat of a scene about interrogation and asking questions.
I'm very good at making a scene.
Should we start by interrogating this little foul-mouthed hussy?
What do you know?
I can make a scene with my fists.
I love you, Cray. Tap on the back.
Ugh.
Let me clarify. Are you guys still in the garden right now, just for my own edification?
I assume
Yes.
so.
Yeah,
Okay.
I would assume
Yeah.
it's sort of in a quiet... I'm
Okay,
assuming
so-
there's nobody around us.
I just wanted to know, if Seema's there, because, she may or may not have things to contribute. That's all I was asking.
Oh, yeah, I assumed she was still with us, but
Okay,
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
That's fine.
No, we
That's
didn't
fine.
dismiss her, and we didn't take Cray away or anything. Yeah.
just fair. Okay, please continue. She's just listening to this. She knows that you've got your things to do, and she's got plans to make on her side.
Well, I mean, Seema, listen, if you need to do what you need to do.
And she goes, I suppose I have some things to take care of. Now, did you want her to, basically... Because, there's a way where she can, basically get into the Colossus and sort of start leveraging her connection with you the ways that you're asking for. But is there anything else that you wanted to recommend to her?
Well, I kind of wanted to let her know, all what I know about the organization, how it was run before, just to give her an idea of what she wants, if
Mhm.
there's anything she needs.
Mm-hmm.
So, kind of that kind of information.
Yeah.
I am
Okay.
going to keep some secrets about the organization to myself, though. That's just for her to find out,
Oh, okay.
I'll message you later.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But for the most part, yeah.
Okay. So she'll meet with you. She'll get those. And she'll say, I have some. She goes, if I'm going to do this, then I need to, pack up some things and prepare. Like I said, it's not the first time that I've had to make a hasty escape due to some mishaps. Although most of them were less responsible than this. And she looks at you all and goes, it is a shame, and I am sorry to tell you that I was robbed on the way back to Astoria and never found my way back. At least they found some of my supplies. And she turns and just walks away. She's gonna turn and she's gonna kiss Cray a long, soft kiss on the forehead and then just walk away.
I grab her hand and kiss her on her hand before she leaves.
Damn.
Thank you.
Smooth.
Just walks away. This is perfect. I'm flustered. Okay. So what's the plan? This garden is basically absent enough that it's kind of a place so open that it's safe to speak privately, if that makes sense. But yeah, it's your guys' call.
Well,
Well, we have that settled anyways, for one. So that's something off our plate. That being said, I know Seema enough to know that it'll be her boat, her organization, so it won't be anything that I know of. So I don't think I can help through my connections anymore, is basically what I'm saying.
I mean, you don't think she'd like do you favors occasionally?
I don't think it'll be that kind of. Well, I don't know. I'm not gonna count on it. How's that?
That's fair.
But, I mean, are we gonna go? I mean, Listen, one of the things I used to do was get answers with the. I'm very good at making a nice big fist in people's faces. Or their crotch, really. That's basically where I can hit most people, so, I'm pretty effective.
What do you think of heading straight to the Temple of Lutheria and seeing if we can have a meeting with Chandras?
And you want me to go and put my fist in his crotch? Sure.
That may not necessarily be entirely wrong.
All right. I'm with this.
Can I buy some wine first?
Oh, yeah. Hell, buy as much wine as you want before we get cut off. Actually, I want to pay my respects to the temple. Tell her what to Lutheria's temple.
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful. Please continue. Sorry.
I kind of want to give my respects to say, can't fucking keep me down, bitch, but in a nicer way.
Oh. I can't begrudge you that. I can't. I really can't hold that against you.
I just feel her claws tighten a little more around me.
So let me clarify. What locations are you guys going to explicitly? Just to make sure I'm on the same page.
I think the only place that we had immediately talked about was the temple to Lutheria.
Okay.
Because that's where Chandras had said that we could meet him.
Find him. Mm-hmm.
All right, so you guys head over. It's steep in Stygian Row. You head to the Temple of Lutheria. Now, Lutheria is a lot of things, as we've covered during this campaign. And you experience a lot of them when you get to the temple. It is a smaller temple, but it is lavished with wealth. It is clean. It is ornate with different bronze statues out in front of different, I want to say, statues of Lutheria, and also different figures that may be lost to time that are relevant to like heroes in her that have followed her, examples. But when you get there, also you see in the middle of them, like in the middle of the pathway up, this large bronze statue of this grinning, dark-eyed woman holding a scythe, as you've seen before, and you smell this beautiful fragrance because along the walls of the temple are casks and casks of wonderful wine. Lutheria is a lot of things. Also, due to various circumstances and historical influences, her followers tend to be the finest winemakers in most of the land. So that's where a lot of the wine in this place comes from. You head in.
Good.
What?
They're pretty good.
Pretty good. You come in and you see, you smell this wine, and you see like different people in robes, men, women in robes, walking back and forth. But also like there's like an area towards the front where people are like selling casks of wine, and it's framed like a tithe and then a gift for your donation. Kind of a church, the temple legal winery. But then you see in the middle of the temple, again, a statue of her, and then like I'm gonna say like another carving in the wall of a crescent moon, of different moon stages around her, carved into the wall, and this young man, this young priest walks up to you and says, "Oh, hello. You are. Well, it's you, the four of you. What did you come here for today? Did you come to make an offering or purchase some wine, or how may I help you?"
I believe we have a couple of plans for the day. However, me personally, I was wondering if Chandras would be available.
Oh, Chandras. No, he rarely stays for too long. He's mostly an ambassador to the king, so he doesn't stay here from day to day. He checks in from time to time, more accurately. If you wanted me to leave a message, but I'm sure since you have access to the courts, you'd be able to speak to him at the palace more quickly. Was everything okay?
Of course, just wanted to ask him a few questions.
Yes. Well, is there anything that we can answer?
Well, for the moment, I believe my friends would like to purchase some wine.
Oh, wonderful. Absolutely. We'd be glad to sell you some. And what was it? He looks all, he says, and what kind of wine would you like?
How much is it?
Let me actually look up the cost of it because I don't have it offhand, but they got the good stuff.
I want a 25-year-old Cabernet Merlot.
Yeah, they got the good stuff. Let me see how much. Let me see how much good wine sells for in D&D because they have that. Let me see. Do they have? I don't think they have like just wine in here. Let me look in the equipment. Let me see. I'm gonna say. God, I'm bad at prices. How does? If you want the good stuff, what would you say at about 25 gold for like, or for a cask, like 100 gold for like the truly divine stuff?
Like a cask would be hard to transport, right? So like probably something smaller.
I'm saying a bottle would be
like tourist size.
Okay, yeah, a fine bottle of of wine is 10 gold, is what it says here. And then if you want to like get like, so if you want a bottle, that'd be 10 gold. And then if you want to get more, hello Fatima, hello. There have not been any revenge shark attacks this session. We had a filthy halfling try to sleep with 2 of these people, but that was about it. It was a thing. So yeah, 10 gold each if you want to buy some wine. Then is there anything else? Do you want to buy anything besides like the bottles?
What else is there?
I mean, we can recommend like this. Like this is the theory: is you can tithe to her to try and earn her favor or pay tribute. You can, if you wanted to buy
I'm fucking
a
paying
cask.
tribute, all right.
Okay, what does that mean? What does that mean exactly?
Well, let's finish everybody buying their shit first before I insult the. I mean, before I give my tithe.
I would like to buy 5 bottles of wine.
Wonderful.
And then I will also set down an additional 5 gold as just a tithe.
Okay. And he said, looks like it's, well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. You're very kind. And I think it shows a lot of integrity that you would still pay tribute to Aletheia and understand her visions of the world. Thank you.
Had more than a few visions.
Kiki, was there anything you'd like to do?
I'm gonna get 3 bottles of wine, and as I put the 30 gold on the table, I'll just say, I like wine. I grab my bottles.
Yes, that's why we sell it. You okay? He looks at you just like a little taken aback.
While this is going on, I'm talking shop.
Mm-hmm.
Because,
Perfect. With
I know all of this stuff, obviously.
Mm-hmm. Perfect.
Cray. Aha. Cray will do the same thing as Cal. He'll go ahead and buy 5 bottles as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll take that off my inventory.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm gonna take the little bit of boar hair that I have on my quarterstaff from when I got killed the first time.
Uh-huh.
And I'm gonna give that as my tithe and say, I hope she realizes she knows that when I get down, I get back up again.
And you hear from around the corner of the halls, you hear this man say, "Oh, there is never going to be keeping you down. I am aware of this." And you see this man with green eyes and his sister, who's turning the corner, both of them in their robes. You may recognize them, Trellis and Septia, and they look out to you, and the priest that was speaking to you goes, "Oh yes, if you wanted to see the people currently maintaining things, well, there you go." And Trellis looks at you all and says, "Well, welcome to our." And Septia goes, "To our home," and he goes, "Yes, to our temple." She goes, "Our house of worship." And he says, "And what can I do for you all today? What brings you all here?" And Septia just says, "Yes, tell us, why here?" And he goes, "Why now?" She nods.
We had been told that Shoras was here. We were just going to stop in and say hello, give our respects, and my friends wanted to purchase some of your very fine wine.
Oh, Chandris is here from time to time, but hasn't been here recently. He may have mentioned, and Septia goes, "Might have let slip." And he says, "Yes, that you might have come around, and that we were to be good hosts." And she says, "Yes, so our hospitality to you. How can we help you?" And he says, colloquially speaking,
Well, I mean, I have endless questions. What exactly do you do to get the level of clarity here? And, like, what absolute volume are we brewing at? Do you bring it off at 1.15 or?
and he goes, "Well, lots of questions and small nuances." And she says, "Wrinkles, really. The fact of the matter is that we tend to," and he goes, "delegate." And she says, "Yes, oversee." And he goes, "Would you like to look around?"
Have you got wineries on the site? It seems small for that.
And he says, "Well, we have, there's a winery outside, there's vineyards outside of town." And then she says, "Well, some in Astoria too, but so mostly we have to have them brought over." He goes, "Imported." She says, "Stored for later. This is all decorative. This is all for show. This isn't." And then she stops and looks at Trellis, and Trellis looks at her, and she goes, "Is there anything else I can answer for you?"
Nothing at the moment. I think we're happy just taking the wine.
Can I make an insight check?
Sure. Make an insight check.
I want to know if that was an intentional slip up.
Okay. Roll an insight check.
Oh, I think it's a 9. Double check. Yep, it's a 9.
You've never seen them not finish each other's sentences before, but
I
at
don't
a
know if
9,
I've seen them ever.
that's true.
This might be my first.
That's true. But at a 9, there's no way of knowing why that happened.
I would imagine that Cray would have caught that.
Okay. Did you want to roll insight on that?
Would that be okay?
Yeah. You've fought these people before. You can roll insight on them.
17.
17?
Rude.
They stopped themselves they stopped short of. They realized they should watch what they're saying around you when they were in the middle of that. That's what I can give you at a 17.
Was it just me, or was like everybody else?
The four of you. The four of you, when they were talking, they realized mid-sentence that they need to be very careful how the rest of this conversation goes. And that's the best I can give you at a 17.
Okay. So with that, then I go, oh, okay, well, go on. I mean, you were mentioning a little bit more. It seemed like there was more for you to mention and to enlighten us a little bit of how... Wait, do I still look like a teenage girl? Okay.
Not if you don't want to, but...
Roll. You gotta roll your disguise check again. You have to roll disguise because you put your self back together after you took it all off.
So
roll performance. Roll performance.
Roll performance?
Yes.
I roll oh great, because that's real bad, dudes. Oh my god, natural one.
Natural one. Okay, you can describe how you fail, but the end result needs to be that there is no version of this where they could have possibly been tricked.
Oh.
Like they do not miss a beat on this, but you can describe why.
Yeah, no, my hair would be must. I have lipstick all over my face probably. And I probably have like, I have my quarterstaff with me, which is the biggest thing.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So yeah, there's no way in hell like people would look at me and be like, why the fuck are you being a girl?
Yeah. And so what did you ask them again?
So I was gonna be like, I was saying about how, maybe you should go on and tell us a little bit more, since we're trying to enlighten ourselves with whatever Aletheia is doing and how she's contributing to society.
And I think that what was it? Oh my gosh.
So I look like a little girl who's not a little girl, who looks like Cray.
And they look at you, and Trellis looks at Septia, and Septia looks at him, and they're kind of having like that sort of like when you know each other really well, that conversation you can have with just your eyes, like your facial expressions. And they look at each other, and she goes, well, if you like, we can show you how we managed to make this work with such a small temple, if you'd like. And he goes, yes, would you like to know?
I crack my fists a little bit. I'm like, well, I look at Euphemian. I can't actually crack my fists, so.
I would love to see a tour.
And they go, okay, well, right this way. And they lead you guys around. They show you the main area with the Aletheia and the moons carved in the back, and just different bowls and an altar, like different like offering plates and an altar. And they say, well, this is first of all where we guests typically pay their tithe and thanks to Aletheia, who is of course the Titan of passages between sleep and the waking world, between life and death, and between our heart and our minds.
I pop open the bottle of wine and I start drinking it.
Yes!
Interesting. And Septia goes, fascinating. And
If
Charles
it's
goes,
the cork, I'll have managed somehow with a tool. I don't care. I'm drinking it.
Charles goes, and do any of the rest of you want to give thanks for the passage that she grants at this time? Or?
That's what the boar hair was for.
Yes, the boring offer. Very well. And they
You're a boring offer.
And they lead you down, and they lead you through, and they say, we're humble. We have a small temple over there, is where most of the people that stay here live. It's it's a sort of a shared room with lots of different beds and resting areas. We have our garden out there where we try to feed ourselves.
Is that where you rest?
Yes.
Let's go check it out. Can we see?
The bedrooms?
Why not?
And they open this door and you see this, like, it looks like a large, like, almost like a barracks. Which is like lots of rows of, like, not like double-decker beds, but just lots of rows of beds. And you see, like, there's an area that's sort of softly partitioned off that has, like, more fancy, like, actual comfortable amounts of bed space for, like, 5 or 6 people. And then the rest of it is, like, monk level of like a monk or nun level of, like, humble resting area. And you see, like, Lutheria's statues, like, scattered throughout the line, or not scattered, but, like, spaced throughout the walls. And you see candles that are lit, green candles, and a few people sleeping in there. And they, and Septi says, yes, be respectful of their rest. And Chalice goes, they do need that. And Septi says, but if you'd like to look around, you're more than welcome to.
Wow, she's like everywhere, isn't she? So looking at you no matter what you're doing.
I mean,
Kinda
that's
crazy.
Like it to you sometime?
This is true. Any children in here? I mean, I keep that to myself, but I'm just like looking. I'm like, I'm like looking around, like, where? If I was a kid, where would I hide?
Do you want to roll an investigation check?
Well, I don't know. Would it be more perception or investigation?
Sure, perception.
'Cause I'm,
Perception works.
I would also like to take part in an investigation, if I could.
All right, roll perception for Jin and investigation for Euphemian.
Okay. 23.
9.
Okay. Okay, investigation, you can't really piece together anything here. Between their showmanship and the poor lighting and the people sleeping that are, like, and it's lots of reasons why it's, like, hard to really get a full sense of the area. But Jin and 23, you don't see any indication of anything untoward's happening here, including no, like, hidden rooms, no, like, blood. Like, this genuinely is, like, a restful area. You can be sure of that.
Okay.
And they walk through, and they're leading next area, and they say, well, down there's the wine cellar. That's where we keep the wine. It's rather boring over there, but if you'd like to see the...
I would love to see it.
Oh, would you?
No joke, Jen loves looking at wineries. So for Jen, this is really exciting. But for Cray, he's like, this is bullshit. But okay.
I mean, Euphemian grew up on a winery, so this is like... Come on.
Ho hum. Yeah.
And Trellis just goes, oh, sister, I have to take care of something. I'll be right back. We can only both be away for so long. And she goes, be back soon.
Oh, why don't I take along with you? We hadn't finished our talk from before.
It can wait. And
okay, well, I'll come with you then. That's great.
No, he says it can wait what he's doing. Like, he stays with you guys.
Oh, okay. I was like, oh, okay.
And it can wait. Let me...
I mean, if you're going to the bathroom or something, I mean, like, we're man to man. Like, we could just go to the bathroom together. It won't be like...
Why did your mind go there? That's nothing.
Together.
That's nothing what I was going to say or do.
All right.
Oh, little thing, aren't you?
I'm curious.
And she says, and Septia says, no, by all means, let's show you the wine cellar. And she opens the door. She's after you.
I'll go on
in.
You go on in. You go down. It is poorly lit. There's some candles around the area, so you can see, like, enough, but it's mostly flickering lights. Euphemia and Kiki, you guys are coming with us?
Yep.
You guys come down.
As I get downstairs and I notice that it's dimly lit, I'm going to very quickly touch the, like, laurel wreath that's in my hair and cast light, so that I'm kind of emanating light from me.
Perfect. All right, yeah, you're emanating light, and as you're walking down, you smell all the wine. It's very strong, and they say, Septia goes, "You have to forgive us. It is, it's beautiful, but only once you have it out there, because in here we have to keep it as close together just to make space as much as possible." And Trillis is walking down the stairs behind you all, and he goes, "Yes, there's he goes, it's a little difficult. We're a little cramped for space. as they lead you down, and you guys turn the corners and you see all of the barrels, and she goes, especially, and you see huddled in the corners, ragged and dirty, must be about a dozen kids looking up at you completely terrified. And Septia goes, especially more cramped with the recent accommodations we've had to make. And you
What
hear
vintage
footsteps.
Is this?
And Trellis goes, we had an idea, and she says, to please Aletheia, and he goes, but we've come up with something, and she says, slightly more ambitious. And you hear footsteps outside the hall, and that's where we'll go to break. I'll see you guys in 15 minutes.
I knew it! I knew it was gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was gonna happen.
Well,
I love
least
it.
It's not the end of session.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm
All right.
so glad.
I knew it. I'm so excited. This is so fun. I love it.
I'm
Thank
so happy
you
to
so
be back,
much.
you guys.
Yeah.
Good
it's
to be back.
Mhm.
Yeah. All right. So we'll see you guys in a bit then. Thanks for
See you
joining
guys
us
doing.
so far,
Thank
everybody.
you. Yeah, thank you.
We are live.
Hi.
Oh yeah, I forgot to turn on my camera.
Yeah.
Hi.
It's back in order.
Okay.
Hi.
Hi. We're back. Oh yeah, I forgot to turn on my camera. Well, let me
Yeah.
show you for a second.
Hi.
I'll the
Back in
battle
order.
cam in a second.
Okay.
I'm putting you
we're
guys
back.
down in the wine cellar, a map and scenario that I've had designed for like 2 months now. As you guys, as Trellis and Septia step in, Euphemian. Oh, okay, yeah, thank you, Euphemian. As step in, you hear other members of the temple falling in place behind them, and tell me if this loads the way that I'm hoping it does. Can you see clearly?
You
Can't
want to
see.
see everything?
Yes.
Wait, hold on. Wait, can you see?
I can
I
see everything.
see everything.
Mhm.
Yeah.
A bunch of people and.
But does it? You see, like the walls are sort of obscured and everything, but you can
Yes.
see things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
I see. What do you mean by the walls are sort of obscure?
Like you can't see through the walls. Like, can you see
No,
through the wall?
No.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right. Cool. As everybody sort of crowds in, friends, I have not gotten to make this request of you in a very, very long time. But can we please roll for initiative? Oh, the weird initiative thing isn't loading for me. Can you guys see it?
Yep.
Oh, there it is. Yes, it is. There it is. Okay. Yes. I'm gonna roll all of the cultists as one because I'm gonna handle them as a
Oh,
mob.
come on. Fucking
All right.
bullshit. What are we called again? We're the bull rollers?
Bull rollers.
Ow!
The roll for bull, but I like bull rollers. Let me see. Oh, you've got this whole thing set up. This is great. We got. Oh, Alex, thank you for subscribing. I really appreciate that.
And a streak.
And a streak. Thank you for streaking.
Please,
I
streak.
can't put my initiative in myself.
Yeah, let me put in. What's your initiative, Kiki?
18.
18. Okay. And let's double check for each of them because I got all kinds of stuff for these folks. Did someone send me a message?
I just sent you a message.
Okay. Is it time sensitive? Just checking.
Not really.
Okay, yes, I just need a yes or no. Okay, perfect. Okay. Let me double check something. And
finish my notes. Roll initiative.
Give me one moment. Okay. There we go. Oh, Bialix, wonderful. Thank you. Bialix did in fact streak through the chat. Thank you very much. Wonderful. So you see these cultists. They're basically generic, different members of the temple. And Trellis, the guy that you're talking to, Septia, the lady you were talking to, the siblings, and all of those people labeled commoner in the corner are kids. They will not get actions unless it comes up in the narrative. 1 second. Great, I sent you a question. I gotta get that answer from. So, Kiki, it is your action as the two siblings look at you like the cat who ate the canary. This is very, very delightful a moment for the two of them.
So I believe that I am going to. Where are they two standing?
1 second. The two of them are right over here on the map.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Krarin is standing in front of me. I'm gonna go ahead and throw my open bottle of wine at this one here.
Yes!
Okay.
Right over Cray's head.
I don't think you have unarmed combat, so I think just make a... Or do you have unarmed combat? No.
I have an unarmed strike, but no.
Okay. Sorry, someone's audio got weird. You know what, let's just roll a straight 1d20, I think. That's improvised weapon.
Okay.
Bialix, thank you! That's so kind. Bialix actually just like gifted to like 5 people. Thank you so much. That's genuinely nice of you. Thank you. Wow. Wonderful.
Oh my god, that's crazy. Thank you so much.
That's a 10.
So you throw the bottle at Septia, who just I think because she like she pulls from her robe, just as her fluid motion, she pulls out this small wand, and she pulls it out and just points and redirects the bottle of wine to crash against the wall. And she goes, no. As she looks at you. Really?
Nah. Owing to my rage is my bonus action. And so my ponytail whips out.
Oh, you go into your total rage? Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
And as you go into your rage, Trellis and Septia look at each other, and Septia goes, well, this is rather, and Trellis goes, a cold reception, and they smile at each other. Trellis is going to, let me think. He points at Kiki and goes, yes, but before any of that, and he reaches and he sort of pulls like he's tightening something, and I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Sorry, this was who?
Trellis.
Okay, so not the one I threw the bottle at.
Yeah.
Wisdom saving throw?
Mm-hmm.
That's a 6.
Yeah. And he goes, oh no. And you feel like your whole body tighten up as you feel like almost like strings wrap around you. Oh no. We've been waiting for you. And he pulls it, and you cast Hold Person, and you are paralyzed.
Could I say that I have moved in front of Krarin before this happened?
No, unfortunately.
Okay.
What was I gonna say? So he holds you there and goes, now just stay there while we take care of your friends, okay? You can watch them. And then let me see. On his bonus action, he looks at the others and goes, "As a deal, if one of you goes willingly, the other three can leave." Euphemian, is your turn.
I'm going to step back here. And let's see how he is for concentration checks. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cast Magic Missile at second level at Trellis.
Wonderful. All of the bolts at Trellis?
Yes.
Alright, so roll those damage. So does he have to roll concentration for all of them?
Every single one of them.
That's wonderful. Okay, so just roll the damage. Just roll it all together. And then we'll... And since you did second level, that's 4 bolts, right?
That's correct.
Okay.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Nice.
And he has to beat a 10 on each of them.
You hit him, and as you strike, what's the total number you did to him? 10?
5, 4, 3, 2. So 5, 10, 14.
14. So as you hit him, he looks at you and is just like, "Oh, I've been waiting." And he like pulls and he goes, as the missiles hit into him, he's just like, "I've been waiting to match wits with," and the fourth one just like strikes him and knocks him to the side, and he spins. And Kiki, you feel your body loosen up again. He passed 3 of the checks. He goes, "Oh, you are good." Is there anything else you want to do on your turn?
I'm just gonna wink at him and say, "Takes more than that to make me come."
I love this. He does not. He is not a character that would know what to say to you there. I can't justify banter with this person.
God, I wish you were one square closer to me so we could canonically high five that.
Let me see. Give me just one moment.
You can always air high five.
I'll just use 5 feet of movement on my next turn.
Roll high five.
And Septia just steps back here. She steps back and goes. She steps back, takes the wand, and says, "Again, we only need one of you." As she points, and just this wisp of fire flies out as this fireball emerges, bursts around all of you. She looks at Euphemia and smiles. She looks at Euphemia and smiles as this fireball goes out, blows up. I need each of you to make a dex save against fireball.
Everybody?
All 4 of you.
Oh boy.
Oof. Oof.
Kiki 9. Ouch.
9 for
Kiki,
me.
do you have that
11.
saying where you get advantage on dex saves for things you can see?
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Yes! Fuck that. I'll take the 14.
18.
So it's Cray 18, Euphemian. Okay, so Callista, what do you have? Callista 17?
17.
Okay, so Euphemian's the only one who failed. The rest of you have to take half as much, but Euphemian, hold on, wait. Do I have 3D dice set up? Because I want to be able to show this.
Oh no.
Evil.
No. Ben.
Evil.
Yeah.
Ben, we've been off for how long? Come on.
Yeah, those ghosts are assholes. It's not bad.
21 damage to Euphemian and 10 damage to everybody else.
Absorb elements.
Woo!
Yes.
How much?
That reduces it by
10.
half, right?
Half, yes.
Yeah. As you do absorb elements, she was smiling at you, and at that point she just winks and snaps her fingers, counterspell.
Bitch.
What's up, Breed?
So that's 2 third level spells.
You're counting.
I like you, Reed.
Uh-huh.
And I will keep track of that there for you on that. Each of you takes 21 points of damage. Or no, Reed takes 21, fire. The rest of you take 10 fire.
5 for me for raging.
That doesn't reduce fire. Rage only reduces
doesn't?
bludgeoning, piercing, slashing.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. And
Everyone keep in
yes,
mind
Fatima,
that
the
she
common.
now does not have a reaction left for this turn.
Yes. I honestly wanted to be a theatrical bitch because that is not a good use of that spell, but I really wanted to follow up on what I'd foreshadowed. So, Fatima, yes, they are kidnapping children. This is some fuckery here. At this point, the different cultists, I said I'm going to run them all on their turn. I'm going to use mob rules, which just to catch everybody up basically means when a bunch of small enemies swarm you at once, there's a formula you use to figure out really quickly which ones hit and just roll for damage on that because it's not all of them. So let me see here. Why is this not working? Okay. Let's move these two over to Callista. Callista, your armor class is 14. So, what did I do with my mob page? Oh yeah. Give me 1 second. Yes. So 2 of them would hit you. They slice, and one of them does 1d6 plus 1. Slicing you for 5 points of damage, the 2 of them together. These two... Well, how much would I need to hit Cray with this math? These three... Oh, sorry. These 3 would swarm Cray, and together they would be able to hit you once, doing 5 points of damage to you. And this little guy over here, this little guy is able to join up over here, but that's about as far as you can get. God bless him. So Cray, it is your turn right now.
So they're protecting their little ones, are they? Let's see. Let me just see what I have here again. What kind of bullshit I can pull. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and take my quarterstaff, and I'm pretty pissed right now, so I'm just gonna go right after whoever I can get through to get to the other 2. So I'm gonna go and hit this guy once.
All right, roll your attack roll against him.
15.
16 it says.
16, pardon.
16 absolutely hits.
Okay.
Yeah, so roll for damage on that.
That would be 9.
Are you doing lethal or knockout?
I'll do a knockout.
Okay, so you just thwack, and this guy just immediately collapses to the floor. Just absolutely just... I'm going to move him over here for, like, effect. I'll leave his body there since he's unconscious. But he just goes from, like... I'm going to say he's, like, the one that stabbed you, and then, like, immediately just you bring the staff down on him, and he is gone. Just completely does not know anything about it. He knows that he stabbed you, saw the look in your eyes, and that is the last thing he remembers before he woke up, if he ever does.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you want to do on your mini turns?
So I'd like to do my second attack on this guy. So I'm going to attack again with my quarterstaff. Whack, whack.
All right, whack him.
23.
All right, and roll damage.
Again, non-lethal. 5 this time, though.
5. All right, so you hit him for 5. He stumbles, clearly aware that he's already in over his head.
And then
Which one of you is planning bullshit? I think it's Euphemian, right?
Never.
Well, then I'm going to do Flurry of Blows. Let me just... Where the hell do I find that? There it is. Okay. So I'm going to do my Flurry of Blows, and I'm going to do 2 more unarmed attacks. Or whatever, Flurry of Blow attacks.
Yeah. Wait, is it 2 more? Oh, that's right, level 5. Yeah, go for it.
So I'm going to attack the same guy.
That one, he's able to block it. You hit him this time, and he like grabs your staff. He's like he blocks your staff with your arm, and it hurts him. And then the other one like pulls you away. Like none of them are good enough to block your blows, really, but there's like enough to there is enough of them to cause chaos that's hard to push through. So like, yeah, he distracts. The other one like grabs you and distracts you. Keep going.
And then, knowing that he's somewhat down, I'm gonna go and do my attack on the other guy.
Okay.
And get to the page so that I can do my other flurry of blows at him. All right, flurry of blows at him again, and that's a 24 to hit.
And
And
that hits. Roll for damage.
I'm going to hit him for 10.
Yeah, you hit him, and he is just out immediately. It's like it's like one of the Batman things. Like someone grabs you, they're gone. Just like anybody that like lays hands on you is just everyone that's laid hands on you has been unconscious less than 3 seconds later.
And then I'm just gonna point over to Trellis and Septian and say, "You're next." That's it.
And Trellis goes, "Are we? I don't think so." Septian goes, "No, I don't think so at all." And Trellis says, "It says, friends, for every moment they don't surrender, kill one of the little ones, will you?" And she goes, "Yeah, I think that's the right call." Is there anything else you want to do on your turn, Cray?
I just kind of like furrow, like, I don't know. Do you know like when Goku starts like getting really pissed and just that moment before all the flames and stuff? Like it looks like he's constipated. Cray's looking constipated right now.
The constipation of fury when you give too many shits. Yeah. Okay.
Yes, exactly that.
Yeah.
That ends my turn.
Callista, it is your turn. I can see you guys planning because you don't have the arrows on hidden, and so I saw the arrows.
I absolutely do.
Oh, okay. I guess I can see him as DM.
Yeah, GM.
But they're like, they were like pointing at Septus and Trellis, and then the second I said the thing about kill the kids, they started pointing at the kids, and I'm like, oh, okay.
That's not what I'm doing. I'm just checking something.
I don't know what you're doing.
It's my turn anyway, so.
What you got?
All right. So I'm going to look over at them, and I'm going to say, I don't really know what your move here is. Like, one of us surrenders and we come with you, and then you kidnap a bunch of kids, and then you leave the remaining 3 heroes to, like, tattle on you. Anyway, we're in the Temple to Aletheia, so the least I can do is pay some respects. And instead of using my musical instrument as a focus, I'm actually going to reach into a small pouch that I have on my side, and I'm going to pull out, for dramatic effect, a pinch of sand, and I'm going to blow it at them like I'm blowing a kiss, and I'm going to cast Sleep. And I would like to cast it. I'm trying to see if I can do it without hitting the children, so I was kind of, but now Euphemian's here. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna do it right on this guy here. You know, it would be helpful if I had the right thing chosen. This guy.
All right, so it's gonna hit Cray and the 3 cultists. Is that right?
It's 20 feet of this spot, so I believe it's going to hit everyone except for the children.
Okay. Roll your dice.
All
and
right.
I know the math of how it works. I know what you're doing here, so don't worry about that.
Okay. Tight. So it's 5d8, I think. Let me double check. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Be good numbers. All right. 8, 16, 22, 25.
All right, 25. Okay, give me 1 second. And you said it hits everybody but the kids?
Yes.
Okay, let me do the math for a second. Give me a second.
12, 15, 16, 17. Yeah, 25.
Okay, that is this cultist. Let me see if I got it. That is this cultist, and Reed.
Oh no!
Immediately,
Sorry.
the 3 of them just immediately pass out, collapse to the floor.
Second time you've done this to me.
Septia goes, "That was easy," and Trellis goes, "And Miss, our plan is a little bit more nuanced than that. I think we know things about you that you don't know we know."
I'm gonna look over my shoulder at the cultist to my left, and I'm going to just blow at him, as like a, just like a threat. And then you know what? I can't give inspiration to someone who's unconscious, so I'm gonna give inspiration to Kiki. They have to be able to hear me.
They can hear you.
So I guess if you're sleeping, you can hear me, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm still gonna give it to Kiki.
All right.
So I'm gonna just like shout over my shoulder. I'm just gonna be like, Kiki, just show them what we do to people who hurt kids.
One of the
You're a better
cultists goes, "You have a
storyteller than
policy
me.
for that?" Let me see. Let me see.
And you guys have been traveling with me long enough. You know, don't touch the sleeping people unless you want them to wake up.
What was I gonna say? Do they get to make sleep rolls, recovery rolls on their turn?
Nope.
Nope, it's just a minute.
Wow.
Unless somebody wakes
All
them
right,
up.
Kiki, it is your turn.
All right. I am going to go ahead and hop over and run to. I assume this is Septia here.
Mm-hmm. Oh, can you not see their
Right
names?
in her-
I'm so sorry.
No.
That's my bad.
Okay.
Uh,
Cause she's a bitch.
Fair.
Really? Okay. Sorry, I kind of take that back. I'm gonna hop right here in front of Trellis, actually.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm gonna go for my what's my thing? What's my boom thing? Okay, my great axe at Trellis. Then that is a 22 to hit.
That hits. Roll for damage.
Okay,
Did
14
someone turn off the
plus.
whoever turned off the?
That was me. Sorry. I need to step away for just 1 second.
Okay, 13 plus 2. You said
14 plus 2, so 16.
16. You hit him. You strike him, and he immediately cries out in pain and just staggers back. And immediately you can see him go from confident to just like, oh, I might actually die here. Like you see fear in his eyes for a moment before he catches himself and just smiles at you.
And I'm gonna do it right again. 15.
Wow. Rude, first of all. 15 hits, roll for damage.
12 plus 2 raging, 14.
And you bring the axe down and just immediately as you're bringing the axe down, he looks at you and just says, "So I cross over." And the axe just cracks his skull. And he just collapses to the what used to be Trellis just collapses to the floor.
And I turn around and I look at Septia.
You're killing him, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I turn at Septia and I say, "You're fucking next. Now you got to think for yourself for a couple minutes. How you like that?"
Is there anything else you want to do on your turn?
No.
Euphemian, if I'm correct, you don't have a turn at all, right?
I'm going to, on my turn, I'm just going to come up. I'm going to come in and just kung fu fight and kick everybody in their head, killing everybody in one full blow. But unfortunately, it's a dream. So.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Everybody was conch. Anyway.
Half of me, because I've already made it canon that Kyra can like walk through dreams. Half of me wants her to be like, "Oh, hello." Like, that doesn't make sense. Just like see you and be like, "Wait, why are you here?" But no. Septia is going to look at Kiki and go, "I'll miss him, but this is going to be very worth it." And she pulls her hand and she reaches back her hands and throws out her strongest magics towards you.
Can I use my badge that I got around Christmas time, the hook with the mistletoe that's lucky? That is, and I read my notes, actual chance reaction I can impose advantage or disadvantage to me or by me. Can I give her disadvantage?
This isn't something she could have disadvantage on. 2, I wasn't sure that was still active, but I love this, so I'm going to say you can give advantage on yourself because it's a saving throw. Okay. I need you to make a con save as she unleashes this magic.
You also have Bardic.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Oh,
so,
I mean,
9 and 25. I'm gonna
25.
I'm gonna save my Bardic still.
As she lets loose, a 5th level spell focused entirely on Kiki.
Jesus.
And
I mean, wow.
bursts out 8d8.
Woo!
Ice damage, which is cut in half to 17.
Well, there's one, like,
and cut in half
one
again.
For
because of my cold.
Doing from 35 to 17 and from 17 to 8. Do you want to describe your reaction at this moment as she hits you with this spell?
Just smile at her.
Oh, that is my favorite feeling ever. And I'll just do like
and you see her face just immediately. No, Chandra said. And she looks at you like completely panicking at that moment, and just completely like all composure goes from that moment to the absolute fear of God.
I'll catch this, and I am going to try to muster the most awful, maniacal, big bad evil guy laugh at her. I can literally not do it, but better than that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. As one of the two of the cultists, let me see here. Two of the cultists that are awake would swarm Callista, because that's the only way they can get damage done right now, mathematically speaking. And they hit you for 3 points of slashing damage. Cray, it's your action.
What now?
Two of the cultists, the only two cultists that are awake, swarmed Callista and did 3 points of piercing damage to her with their knives. Because it's literally the only like valid action they can do on their turn right now. So they do that. Yeah, honestly, they can't even get to the kids because they'd have to get in a top opportunity attack from Cray or Callista. So they don't even have a safe way to do that right now. Don't worry, they do want to kill small children, but still. Cray, it's your action.
Clearly not enough. I'm just saying.
You gotta want it.
I'm so torn. Cultists or the
Has Freddy
bitch?
Fazbear taught us nothing? All right, go ahead.
Actually, Cal's okay there. So what I'm going to do, first of all, I think she can handle one. So I'm going to go after this guy here.
Mm-hmm.
So don't touch my friend! And I'm going to go and hit him with my quarterstaff.
Which one are you hitting? The awake one at full health?
Yeah, the awake one at full health.
Over.
Because they moved against my friend. So I'm going to go ahead and hopefully hit with a 10. Probably not.
Let me double check because these guys suck. Let me see. 10 does not hit. Yeah, so that one just like elbows you back, and like it isn't like an actually competent thing so much as like the fact that he was aware enough of you to even swing back kind of catches you off guard for a moment.
Okay.
These are not trained fighters. These are literally just like random dudes that picked up knives.
Okay, then I'm going to go. You know what? I have enough fury right now. I'm gonna go and take the attack of opportunity. Sorry, I mean Cal, you're gonna be okay, right? Right?
I'm great.
I'm gonna go and say, well, fuck you then, and I'm gonna move towards Septia, so he can take his opportunity of attack if he wants.
Yeah, he's gonna take an opportunity attack against you. It's gonna be a straight roll for him, so he's just got. It's not gonna look great. Oh, actually, hey, that's cool. You turn for this, and he's surprised that he hits you, and he just goes for Aletheia, for thee, and she dives forward and plunges the knife into your back because he rolled a crit.
Son of a.
That's 13 points of piercing, and he rolled max damage on the crit. That's
Jesus.
13 points of piercing damage to you.
I don't give a shit. I'm okay. So I'm gonna go up to
Allie, seeing if she can get a bardic off of her friend.
So I'm gonna go after Septia because I know honestly I really don't give a shit right now about this dude.
When you look at Septia, she just goes. Chandra said it was gonna be different. Please, I'm so sorry.
And I'm going to go ahead and attack her with my second attack with my quarterstaff.
All right.
And as
roll
he's
for that.
saying, I'm like, he said wrong. And I'm going to go and hit her with a 23.
23 fucking hits. Roll for damage.
Well, we'll see how much it is. So 9 damage on that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she takes 9 damage. Let me double check something. Yeah.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to do my flurry of blows here.
Mm-hmm.
So that is 14.
14 hits.
Oh.
So she takes what? How much damage?
Let me just get to here. 7 damage.
Actually, you know what? No, you know what? 1 second. 14. She's gonna throw, and she's gonna just. She throws up this magic
Shield.
green energy that blocks up. Yeah, a shield. So her armor class goes up 5 points. So that does not hit actually.
Okay. Well,
I was saving that, but then I realized it goes the whole round.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and do it again, anyways,
Mm-hmm.
since I've used it. So
Mhm.
I'm gonna try hitting her again for 24.
24 does hit.
Okay. So I'm gonna. Well, it's another 7 damage.
7 damage hits her, and you see her just like. You see just like her chest just like rise. She's just like breathe, like almost hyperventilating. Go ahead.
Okay, and I think. Does that actually Kiki's okay there? So I'm gonna use my Drunken Master to disengage from her at this point and kind of run towards Euphemian because I want to kind of smack him awake next turn.
Wonderful. If you have flurry of blows, don't you get? Oh no, that's all your attacks. Wait, don't you? You've only done 3 attacks this turn. Don't you get 4 when you flurry of
No,
blows?
I did the first one on the guy,
Mm-hmm.
and I did do a flurry of blows on him.
Oh, that's right. That's
I
right.
used my movement to go to the other, to Septia, did a couple of blows on her, then disengaged using my Drunken Master to go to
Oh, I see.
Euphemian.
Okay.
So that's, I have like 45 feet of movement, so I think it was fine, right?
Yeah, I think so. Callista, it's your turn. I don't even count your movement anymore because you're fucking you're cray red.
All right. Well,
I tell people I'm like, we're leaving the fun part of the campaign next session. We're killing kids in a cellar. Sorry, please continue.
No, all good. I'm going to look at the cultists around me, the one on the floor, and I'm going to say, now that's quite enough of that, and I'm going to slam my hands together, and then as they come apart, I cast Thunderclap. I need all 3 of them within 5 feet of me to roll con saves, except for the one who's unconscious automatically fails. You want to beat a 15.
All right, it's within 5 feet of you or 10 feet?
5 feet of me.
Okay.
So does this sound wake up Euphemian?
I mean,
No.
it technically says they have to take damage or be shaken awake, because it's magic.
How much damage does it do, you said?
I have to roll, sorry, 2d6.
Alright.
Let me roll for that. Swoop.
Okay, Jester.
So all we hear is like kaboom and
Yeah.
from Euphemian.
That's 7 points of thunder damage.
Alright, so this one takes 7, and this one takes 3. Because I always write them down.
And the unconscious one takes 7 as well.
Oh yeah, he takes 7 as well. And he wakes up then, right?
Only if he still has enough hit points.
Alive.
Oh yeah. Well, yes. Yes.
I mean, look.
You guys
We
know the
all
rules better
have
than...
goals, okay?
And he hit it, and he just, I'm gonna say he wakes up like screaming, surprise. Yeah, they take damage. As Callista just, letting out the fury. What is this? Is this a bard spell or warlock spell?
This is a bard spell.
Oh, this is wonderful. Okay, never mind. I was gonna narrate it differently. Is there anything else you want to do in your turn?
Yeah. I think I have one more bardic inspiration, and just for the hell of it, I'm going to give it to Euphemian. So in this case, I will give it to you in the form of a lullaby. And I will look over at you, and I'm just going to hum a little tune. I'm just going to say, like, lullaby and good night. When you wake, you will kill them. And throw Bardic at you. And
Beautiful.
that's what we're here for. And I'm not gonna move because I don't
Puts me
want
to
opportunity
sleep,
attacks.
and then she puts a lullaby.
It's because I
Euphemian,
love you.
and then on your turn.
No. You skipped
no?
me.
Oh, sorry, I did. Oh, I'm so sorry. Kiki, go. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. So I am going to look at Septia, and I am going to snarl at her and say, that is why you never believe the sneaky, cagey, backstabbing bad guy, because they cannot be trusted, especially if they're talking against the heroes of fucking prophecy. And I will swing at her for 15.
She's got the shield up. She barely blocks it. She's blocking it. Oh, no, wait, no, 15, sorry.
I did not use my bardic inspiration.
My bad. 15 actually hits with her mage armor. So I'm going to say for this one, you hear a shattering sound as your great axe breaks through the mage armor.
Hey, I like it. Okay. Come on. I clicked on my damage. It's not going. There we go. 6, 7, 8. So 8 with my rage.
You slash at her, slash down, and she lets out a cry and just brings up the shield again to try and block. You have the rest of your turn. She's still standing. She's at less than half health.
Okay, I'm going to take a swing at her again, and that is a 25.
And you break again, and you again smash through and break the shield again. Roll damage on that one.
As I swing my great axe on her, I will say to her, you are nothing. So 9, 10, 11 damage.
As she takes 11 damage, and you see her kneeling down like on one knee, or like one knee, and then one knee just on the ground, the other one's like bending over. She's like barely holding up the shield with like the last of her strength. She's almost completely gone. Anything else you got on your turn?
Unfortunately not.
On her turn, she's gonna look at you and look at Cray and Euphemian. You see just sort of her eyes, just sort of Cray and Euphemian, Callista and you, 4 of you. And then you see her flick to the side with the door. And then she looks at you almost apologetically as she falls back and misty steps and appears over here, and then uses
opportunity.
Not for misty step, and then between her and then runs for her action, and then runs her movement, and then uses a dash for an action, and she's fucking out of there.
Go get her, Cray.
I love Cray, but I am genuinely unsure whether Cray could overcome that much of a head start. But it's possible. The cultist turn. On their turn, the 3 of them will attack Callista. 2 of them will attack Callista for instant damage, and one of them will just have to make a roll. Callista, you take 4 piercing from one of them. How much HP you got left?
16.
Cool. Because the last one, the one who backstabbed Cray,
Another crit?
lunges with you with the bloody knife and gets another freaking crit. This one, you know what? This one deserves a name. I'm going to look up a name for this guy because he deserves to be named. Let me see. How much damage was that? It was... He does 8 piercing damage to you.
Yeah, we got to put something on that tombstone.
Yeah. And he, what was it? He goes, oh, you tell them that the heroes of prophecy were brought down by Brunches! And he's just like, really just like, he is the chosen one in his mind right now. Cray, it is your action.
Okay. I'm gonna move over here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna smack this one with my quarterstaff.
Are you gonna wake up Euphemian?
Well, that's what I wanted to know. I have two actions. So is that 2 attack actions, right? I can only attack twice. I
Just
can't
2
do...
attack actions. Yeah, it's not 2
Oh,
actions. It's 2 attack actions.
damn it. Okay, then never mind. I'm going to stay beside Euphemian. I'm
You
going
could
to
use
wake.
You could use
Sorry,
a
go ahead.
bonus action. You could use a bonus action to hit him with an unarmed strike, and then take the rest of your turn.
Sure, I'll do that. I'll be like, smack him with my quarterstaff. I'll be like, wake up!
So cute.
Yeah.
So ends Euphemian.
I'm not gonna make you. I'm gonna have you do 1 point of damage, I guess, because you need to have hurt him because that's the wake up mechanic. But I'm not gonna say you can accidentally kill him.
No.
So yeah, you strike him. Euphemian take 1 point of damage as you just wake up for the first time ever. Euphemian rising from a state of unbeing to see Cray standing up. But Euphemian, you do see Cray as you wake up.
Something's wrong with this
Ow.
picture.
You know what's really funny? I imagine that he does like kung fu fighting during the last round, and then he hears this lullaby from Callista, and then also I like smack him. So that was basically that's what I think.
Yeah.
And so if I have the rest of my action at that point, then I'd like to move over here and then take out. Well, you know what? Yeah, I'll take out this guy first. The guy that's kind of like to the right of Callista.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to take my actions then to first of all attack him.
Yeah.
There is my attack. Okay, there it is.
Brontes just goes, "Oh, kill him all!" Like, yeah, it doesn't even have a name. That's not canon.
16 to hit.
16 hits. Brontes is a character now, though. I'm sticking with that.
Yeah.
16, 6. Yeah, he's unconscious. He's out. You strike this guy immediately.
And then I'm going to do the same to this guy. Hopefully I can hit this dude with my second attack.
Yeah, wait, which one is Brontes?
Brontes is this one down here.
Bottom.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna put an aura. I'm gonna put a golden dot on Brontes because he's our golden boy. So you hit 11 does not hit with this other one.
Okay, so Flurry of Blows.
Okay.
So that would be
that hits.
18 to hit.
And let me double check your stats. There is physically no way you don't knock him unconscious. So he's just, I'm not going to make you roll for it.
Wow.
Is that okay? Did you want to roll?
Yeah, no, it doesn't matter. I just automatically roll. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, you just knock him, he's unconscious. So it's just literally just you guys, the sleeping cultist, and then Brontes like twirls his dagger and looks at Kraven and is like, it's you and me.
Okay, so I still have one more hit on him if I want to. But I'm like, this is it. You either die here or you keep your name Brontes.
Oh, yeah, one of us is dying here.
Okay, well then that little asshole, he's gonna get hit. 23 to hit?
Yeah, you go strike him. Roll for damage.
9 damage.
Yeah, how do you want to do this?
Be like, well, you'll be nameless now. I don't know. The other dude's asleep.
Yeah, you just hit him, and he's just like, you're mine for Lucia, and he's like just like hits the ground, just completely blacked out.
The one dude's like,
yeah, this other guy's unconscious, and that kind of ends the fight because the other dude's unconscious. You guys can knock him out like for reals, or you could whatever you want to do. Like he doesn't stand a chance. His name was I'm putting in chat Brontes. You guys are in here in this room now with this one unconscious guard who let's stay asleep for whatever works for you guys narratively because I don't feel any benefit in enforcing the 30 seconds left or whatever.
Bless you.
It's like 50 still. It's been like one round.
All right. What was I gonna say? And you see the kids huddled in the corners, but it's just you four in here.
so now, I'm gonna drop my bravado and be like, ow, 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 ow.
Yeah, how are you looking?
I'm at like single dig. I'm at like 5. I'm at like 5.
I will reach out to both Krarin and Euphemia and kind of clap them both on the shoulders. And I'm going to cast Cure Wounds one and then the other.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think you each get 1d8 plus 4, but let me double check. That's my spell slots.
We gotta get out of here, is what I'm saying. While this is happening, I'm like, we gotta get out with these kids.
All right, so Craren, you get 6. Euphemian,
Woohoo.
you get
Thank you.
7. I did not roll well.
No, that's perfect. It at least gets me into double dig.
If I were to run and dash, can I catch up to her?
Roll a perception check.
Okay.
There's a reason that's my answer. Trust me on this.
She's gone in
Don't hear
hiding.
me wrong. That's a natural 20 to 23.
Yes! Oh, verse?
It's not in the battle.
It has to
I don't think.
be like an attack or a failed saving throw.
I was going to give you a different answer, but for a nat 20, I'll give you this answer. You run outside, and you hear your senses are just heightened by the amount of wrong that you witness that needs to be righted here, and you are perceiving and sort of in the direction of the you look in and you see the barracks area. The door is slightly ajar, and would I be correct that you go in that direction?
Yep.
You go in there, and how do you open the door? Just because it's your character. Kick open, gently open. What's it for you?
I'm running with my axe in my hand, so it'll be just kind of nudge it with my arm as I'm going through.
Okay, you nudge it, and you see it's exactly as peaceful and quiet as it was before, and you just hear somewhere in the room just, and you realize she's cast invisibility on herself, and if she weren't breathing so heavily right now, she would be gone. She would be just a wisp in the night. But you are able to tell that she's on the far side of the room, trying to remain still and failing to hold her breath. To your call, she has no idea that you truly see her.
I am going to walk towards where she is, and I'm going to take a big swing with my axe at her. And hope to hell I hit.
You swing the axe down, and the last thing you hear is her just going, "Aletheia, I'm coming!" And this cracking break as your axe stops in midair, and then red runs along it, and her magic peels back, and you see the axe buried halfway through her neck, and her eyes just dull as she's would be collapsing forward if she wasn't held up by your axe at this moment.
In her last moments before the light fades, I will get closer to her face. I told you, you are nothing. And I'll pull my axe out and let her fall.
You fall to the floor. You hear footsteps behind you and several people moving. Guards of some kind must be on their way. You guys hear this down at the basement below as well. Do any of you want to do anything at this moment? You've got seconds.
I would like to use some rope. And did we dispatch this guy?
No.
Okay, I'd like to tie
Just
him up.
sleeping.
Mm-hmm. He's not dispatched, but I basically said he'll be as unconscious as whatever works for you guys narratively. Is what I'm giving you. You tie him up, and as you guys are hearing,
I hear the thump upstairs, and I am going to let out the most dramatic, best performance of my life, blood-curdling scream.
Startles
and
Gray.
you hear this voice that just goes, "Well, that's where they are. They're that way." And I want, let me see each of you. Let me see who rolls. Blah, blah, blah. I want Kiki and Callista to make perception checks, and I want Euphemian and Craren to make perception checks with advantage. I'll put them all in the Roll20 chat.
Perception checks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
14 for Kiki.
So I don't have to do anything to sell my scream.
18.
This is different.
Okay.
23.
Okay.
10.
10. Okay. And can you put it in the chats?
Oh,
Roll20?
sorry.
And so, did you want to roll performance on your scream?
Only if it matters.
It doesn't,
Then,
because it's convincing.
all right.
What was it? Kiki, you rolled a 23 on perception. Wow.
No,
Natural.
14.
Oh, it's 14.
Oh.
Euphemian and Kraven, appropriately enough, you guys immediately recognize Chandra's voice. As he just says, "Oh, there they are." Because that way, and the door opens up, and you see palace guards break open the door, like not break open the door, but like open the door and run down, and Chandra's follows them in a hurry, or not? He doesn't follow them in a hurry. He follows them at a quickened stride as he heads in and looks, and he looks at all the cultists on the floor, and the guards have all their spears up at you guys, and Chandris goes, "No, lower your spears. Please. Idiots." And he looks at the three of you and goes, "It's as I said then?"
Convenient way to take care of political rivals, I suppose.
Hardly convenient. This is shameful, is what this is. And he looks over he looks around, he looks at the kids, "This is horrid. I knew that as I put others in charge, they might be ambitious, but this is truly disturbing. I'm glad you were able to investigate this, and I am glad that justice was done." As he takes his foot and pushes at Septius's head. Hey, Jen.
Do I have time to cast a spell real quick?
Sure. I mean, yeah, of course.
That would be Trellis's head down there, because I'm in the room with Septia, aren't I?
Oh, yeah,
right.
Trellis's, yeah. Thank you.
So I am going to basically, like, kind of like panting, like frantic. I'm just going to say, Chandras, they said some really concerning things, and then I'm going to, like, while I'm doing that, I'm going to cast Minor Illusion so that you just hear at the top of the stairs Septia's voice saying the thing that I heard her say earlier, like, Chandra said this was going to be different. Exactly the way that she said it.
Yes.
Roll performance.
Okay.
Okay, let me clarify. My ruling is roll performance, because I think being able to use Minor Illusion as a ongoing tape recorder is a bit OP for a roleplay driven campaign. So I'm saying roll performance to basically augment it. Like, if you roll high enough, then we can let that happen.
Okay. Okay. 26.
Yes.
26. And he heard it, and he goes, and he looks around, and he says, "No, I told them that they would be fools to go against any of you. And I told them they expressed some ambition of bringing you in or converting you or things like that. And I told them that we're not exactly friends."
Insight check.
Sure, roll an insight check.
One more time while he's talking. Chandra said.
22
That's
insight.
5 more times.
No, it says it lasts for 1 minute.
Okay. 22.
I'll make another performance check to, like, see how well I recreate what she said.
That's fair. That's fair. Just let me get through what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Sorry.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
I'm trying to cut him off on purpose.
Okay. That's what I'm getting. Okay. So you cut him off. Sorry, everybody threw out actions. It was very disorienting for a second.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. Insight check of 22. You look at him. He is not telling the full truth. He's hiding something, but he has stopped speaking immediately. And he looks at you all and goes, "Well, I suppose if my words aren't going to be trusted here, I understand why they wouldn't be." Kiki, what would you like to be doing right now?
2 things. One, I would like to down a potion of healing. And second is I want to search her body.
Okay. You search her body, roll an investigation check. And
Oh, fuck. 6.
Let me see. Let me think for a second. I want you to roll I want you to roll a religion check.
Okay. That's a 2.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
I'm still so pissed.
So Chandris looks at you all and just unsure if he's to say anything. And he just sort of shrugs like, alright.
All worked out well this time, but suffice it to say we will keep an eye out for anyone who might harbor ill will towards the people of Mitros.
Good.
Oh, 7.
Well, I wanted to explain myself, but it seems that my words have already been chosen for me. So, good for you.
By all means, I mean, if you want to quarrel with those who are not here to defend themselves. And now I've completely dropped the crying act.
And he just says, he goes, I was trying to explain myself. You have chosen to, and he listens for a second and he goes, you've chosen to use the words of people that aren't here anymore, who can't explain themselves or defend themselves.
What motivation?
Weren't you crying a moment ago? Weren't you grief-stricken a moment ago? As you're quoting people who aren't here, please. I just want to make sure I understand.
Does a woman in fear for her life have to lie to us?
I could speak to that, but I want to make sure that I understand the rules of honesty as they're being laid out from you, this version of you.
I walk away in disgust, and I'm already walking towards the children.
All right.
I mean, I'm keeping an ear on what he's saying, but I just walk away and go to the children instead.
I just figured I'd meet you on your playing field.
What would you like to know?
I would love to hear your explanation for what you told them and why you said it would be different for them to trap us down here. What I'm not clear on what her plan was, but it seemed ill-conceived, and she seemed to think that you told her that things would be different. I would just love to hear what you have to say about it.
May I speak now, little satyr?
As you wish.
Septia is delusional. She has ambition. She's very, very good at her roles. And Kiki, at this point, you would be finding some sort of papers and scrolls, almost like a journal, but like it has a bunch of religious references. It's basically a bunch of religious names, and it doesn't make sense to you because it's so coded. It's so like speaking in like esoteric references to the nuances of Lutheria's faith. But it was clearly written by Septia, and he but it's lost on you at this point at a 2. And he goes, "What's up?"
I was just gonna say I'm gonna take them and fold them up and like stick them up in my shirt or something, and then I'm just gonna go to the door and see if I can hear what's going on. Like I don't need to hear words specifically. I just want to kind of get a feel for what's going on where my friends were. Because I'm debating whether or not I drag her back by her hair, or I'm trying to see if they're coming to me, or I'm just trying to gauge what's going on.
And you can hear all this pretty clearly because you're on the opposite side of the hall, but most of the attention is paid on them. I'm gonna let you do whatever sneaky shit you want to do without worrying about it too much.
Okay.
Do you want to bring the body in here?
I'm just gonna keep listening right now. Because I'm sure that I would have heard Callista, what I would assume was Callista speaking as Septia. So I'm going to kind of hold off until I just want to hear what's going on.
All right. So Chandris is going to say, so if I'm allowed to speak, then Septia is delusionally ambitious. And the more power I lent them of the temple, the more my responsibilities took me to the palace, the more I became aware that they were making changes that they would not admit to me. They would hide them, wouldn't even let me examine some rooms. He looks around. They made comments about bringing the four of you or any of you to their side, which I've told you where I stand on that. He looks at Euphemian, and he says, when I couldn't get them to admit anything, I knew that they still have some respect for my position. So I may have let slip some things that were advantageous. How's Kiana doing? She's a hardy type, isn't she? Sure. And,
23.
Yeah. No, he's telling you the truth. He is laying all of this out. And he just says, I hope Kiana's doing all right. Triton's powerful, hardy, good in the cold. Although I may have accidentally said the exact opposite to Septia.
I will come out. I'll leave the body in the room. I'll just come out and into the room, and I'll just kind of lean against the wall, the door frame.
Mm-hmm.
I had to pee.
Oh, my goodness. He says, he goes, guards, you can take care of all of this. And he walks up to Euphemian and...
Oh, I just want to say I'll have closed the door to the room behind me before I stepped out of it, or after I stepped out of it, obviously.
the room to the cellar or the room to the... Are you closing
where I killed her.
Oh, okay, yeah. So is her body with you right now?
Nope. I left it in the room.
Okay. So
I have her papers.
Chandris walks over to Euphemian and says, so I hope that I've been able to show you where I truly stand.
Well, I think there's one saving grace to all of this. I'm gonna kick the guy who's unconscious on the floor, now bound up.
Mm-hmm.
I would imagine that truth as is can be extracted from this one.
I should hope so. Verify what you can. When you have the position that I do, you can't fight your battles too directly. But I did need to take care of some things, and I also needed to prove myself to you. So, two birds. And he reaches his hand out to shake yours.
I will shake his hand.
Glad that we understand each other, Euphemian. That is your name, right? I wanted to make sure I got that right. And he looks at the rest of you, looks at Callista, and says, did you have any more questions for me?
I mean, I guess one question is, why wouldn't you just tell us you lied to them from the beginning?
I don't think that I could earn a lot of your trust by just telling you outright that I was lying and playing people.
So you lied to us about lying, and you thought that would endear yourself to us a little more? Am I understanding that right? Sometimes I'm not as quick as my friend.
No, you're not. But let me ask you, what could I have done that would have... What could I have done that would have proven my trust to you? Ask yourself, in your mind's eye, if I had told you that I, a member of Lutheria's temple, on behalf of Lutheria, wants you to commit investigation and possibly murder for me, would that have earned your trust? Would I have been so honest that you would have just been grateful for this and thank goodness, I'm going to take him at face value. Is that what you see happening? Sometimes you have to walk people to the truth. Sometimes you have to take the scenic route. What is the path? What is the path that I could have taken that would have convinced you? Tell me.
You could have just helped us investigate.
I did.
I mean, like, physically, you could have just, like, come with us. Just to show you weren't, like, lying. Or, like, trying to manipulate us.
You turn to Euphemian, and he goes, "Is that true? Could I have just come with you and had the opponents of Lutheria investigate Lutheria's temple alongside me without raising any questions? Is that how that would have worked?" You're
All
the
you hear in
scholar
the
in the group.
background is like grumble, like, fucking idiot. Could have just told us the goddamn truth. Stupid. And I'm just helping the kids. Like, how do I get to your. But I have my back to him, like, fucking idiot. As he's trying to do this diatribe to the whole entire group, you just hear me grumbling in the background.
I feel like the truth would be easier put for many people. With, maybe a slight edge towards Cray.
Oh, yeah. No, I feel it. That's why. Oh, yeah. I just grumble, but it's, like, quieter now.
Make sure the children are safe. I did recommend that children be brought to Lutheria at one point as a way of trying to win her favor for something that was of a matter to the entire city, and with the consent of the king. Very different. This abuse.
Whereabouts is he standing?
I'm gonna put him, since we're still on the map for you guys, I'm gonna put him right around here.
Okay.
What's up?
I will walk up. I'll walk up to him,
and
then I'll tap him on the face. Whatever you tell yourself. My hand's all bloody.
Put him right here.
Yes.
And you tap it. You put the blood on his face when you do that, and he just looks at you. He goes, "Very well." And he says, "Well, thank you, and welcome to the temple. Help yourself each to the bottle of the best wine. I have some answers."
Damn right, I paid for it. Got to replace the one they broke. Euphemian, are you standing up or are you still on the ground?
No, I'm up by now.
Okay. Then I don't need to go help you up, so I'm just gonna go grab myself a couple more bottles. And then I'm
go down to the other set of children and just make sure that they're okay.
They look up at you terrified, and they Pray, what do you look like when you're tending to them? Like, what is your general mannerism?
Still the teenage girl?
Oh yeah, so I'm
really
like
bad
part teenage. I'm like a really badly disguised teenage girl with like probably splatters of blood and everything on me, and I just lean. I mean, I'm at the same height as them, so I'll probably be like, "Don't be scared. Don't be scared. Honestly, I look like garbage, but don't be scared. We're taking you home." I have like one tit maybe like is higher than the other.
Yeah, it takes them like an hour to
look like a bleeding Picasso.
It takes them like an hour to leave that room out of pure terror.
I'd like to see if I can calm them down as well.
Okay, yeah. Calista, I think I know what you're gonna do, but go on.
Is Chandra's leaving? Like, is he?
I think he said he's gonna basically answer some questions for the guards and give his side before the guards talk to you guys. But yeah.
Okay, so as he like walks up the stairs and everyone else is kind of looking at the kids, I'm gonna kind of like scamper up behind him, and just kind of like bump him on the arm or the shoulder or whatever with my horns. I'm just gonna say like, for what it's worth, I've decided I like you now, and I was gonna suggest we go with your idea before Euphemian came up with a better one.
Are you telling the truth right now?
Yes.
What do you really think of him right now?
Oh, I like him.
Okay.
I like that he's manipulative. I just wanted to fuck with him.
And he looks at you for a second, sort of like trying to decide something, and then he smiles and just goes, "I like you too, little satyr." And he turns and walks out. Tail flicking. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I was just gonna say, as a sidebar while other stuff is happening, I'm going to go up to Euphemian and I'm going to like mutter to him under my breath, I found some papers and scrolls on Aletheia. You may want to check Trellis.
Okay, could I
Because
quickly
I'm not good at it.
investigate Trellis?
Yeah, roll investigation for Trellis.
Okay.
I'll also tell them
Would I still
that
have
she's up.
Bardic on that?
Sure.
Last 10 minutes.
Do it.
So I'll throw
16.
so 16.
You find in his a whole to-do list, but like a notebook, but it's a notebook that's like identical to hers. It just opens on the other side because they really leaned into their twin aesthetic. But when you read it, it is like a to-do list of like plans to improve and renovate the temple. But these are like not things like get a water cooler. These are things like renovations that would go 5, 10, 15 years. And you realize as you're looking at it, this is full on his vision for whenever he's in charge of the temple for the next couple decades.
Okay.
Anything else? Yeah.
I'm going to take that. It doesn't seem anything suspicious within it. It's just a to-do list for grand ambitions for expansion, or is it like create a murder dungeon?
No, I think towards the back, I think towards the back you would find different notes that are very clearly ways to win Lutheria's favor, and there was something about something that just mentions, basically bringing in new converts, and then it's underlined several times. And then there's another page that says offerings, and that one's underlined several times. And it's honestly hard to tell which one of those two led to the kids in the dungeon right now.
I would suggest to him maybe just grab it, and then I'll bring out the other papers later when we're away from these people.
I'm actually going to make a big show of like taking this, reading through it a little bit, and then handing it to one of the palace guards. This might be evidence.
And he looks at it, takes it, looks at you, just nods. I'm gonna say she. There's been too many generic male NPCs. She looks at you and just nods and puts it in her pocket. Cray, what do you want to do?
Can I roll like animal handling check or something to see if I'm calming these kids down or something?
Oh my god!
I think that means by default no.
roll a disadvantage. Roll a disadvantage because
Yes!
animal handling check.
Animal handling?
I don't know, children. God, what do I know about kids? Okay,
Oh my God.
How do I do this? Okay.
Have a good night, Fatima. You're wonderful.
Control.
Okay, did it do it?
6.
6.
6. Yeah, no, they are not having this. We're gonna close. They are scared of you. Honestly, it takes them a while, but I'm gonna say we're gonna close out here. And we're gonna do some time fuckery purely for the theatrics of it. But sometime later, after the guards hear from your guys' sides of the story and the kids and everything, which we will get to later, Chandris retires to his chamber in the palace of Mitros, opens up his own notebook, and begins making notes by each of your names and underlining and writing specific things and thinking about the work that has to be done for what comes next. Not to confirm his allegiances or his goals, just that his plans continue to spiral as he looks out and thinks about what he's gotten to know about the 4 heroes of Thylia. Friend or foe. He's deepens his machinations. And that is where we will end this session. Thank you, each of you.
Oh, thank you so much. It's been too long.
It's good to be back. Good to have you
It
all
is
back.
good to be back. Thank you so much. Cray, after coming back from death, I mean, it takes a while. So, takes a while for Cray to kind of get back into animal handling all those children.
Oh,
Yeah,
good.
that's fair. That's fair.
Is there I just want to ask, like, of the papers and the scrolls that I did grab from Septia when I show Euphemian later, would there be anything additional, or does it follow kind of what his notebook was about?
Euphemian, you can make a religion check. By the way, I put a poll in the chat for Roll20 or for Twitch if you guys want to vote. What Chandra's allegiances are.
Mm-hmm.
And you can vote multiple times if you want to spin your bacon.
That's a 19.
19. Hers were sort of similar, but they weren't master plans of what to do with the temple. They were, whenever teenage girls in high school, they write like the names of like their future Mrs. And then like the different NSYNC members kind of thing. It's like that vibe. It's not like a crush, but it's that vibe as you look through, and it's literally just like her imagining her different titles that she could have in the temple and the different ways that people would honor and remember her in the future. Like, some of them get pretty crazy. Like, some of them are like head priestess Septia, and then some of them are like Septia, right hand of Lutheria, the true goddess, and stuff like that. Like, they go in all kinds of different directions. But she was
Septia,
she was shooting for the
Lutheria,
stars.
Bethard.
Yeah, she was shooting for the stars with this.
Okay.
I wanted to give you that and sync the reveal to what he was saying, but then like you rolled a 2, and I'm like, well, that's it for me.
Yeah, I couldn't make heads or tails of that shit. I didn't do that in school. The fuck is this?
You are religion in your blood. You don't.
Yeah,
You don't
exactly.
need to know it.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, I'm kind of curious. I mean, I'm doing the poll in the chat. What are your guys' thoughts on on Chandra's, both kind of as a character and also what his agenda might be? Because I want to hear what you guys have to say.
I feel he would play both sides in order to get himself ahead.
I kind of feel the same way, except I think more he's got plans relating to Lutheria, and Lutheria, sometimes that's going to happen and work in our benefit. Sometimes it's not, and sometimes he'll be an ally, and sometimes he'll be an enemy, depending on where that lies.
Oh, Cray just doesn't believe in. Well, Cray doesn't believe shit for anything that Lutheria stands for. It's like there's a complete and total deep hatred that he has for her. Jen, however,
yeah, Alex, I like you.
Yeah, and like honestly, Jen thinks this is so fascinating just to see where this is all going. Like, what does she have planned for us that's going to help her and the other dude, Sidon, to how would they get on top, right, for this war? So
that's awesome. Tammy, did you get to say what you thought, or?
Oh yeah,
Cal,
yeah, I said it.
It was Cal.
Yeah.
Allie?
I didn't.
Allie.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, go.
That's okay. It's interesting because I almost completely agree with Reed in terms of what I think, like how I think he operates, but I would consider him to be like solidly in the foe category, just because I think even if it helps us short term, I think long term he still wants us to fail. But that being said, I fucking love him. I'm obsessed with all of the like manipulation and that kind of shit. Like, and genuinely, Callista her morals are weird. She just enjoys machinations. So
that's fair. I like that. For my part, he's an interesting character in the book, but I tweaked him a lot because I like I'm just rambling. If you guys want to go, you can go. But I was thinking, like, so much of this campaign is so huge, and it's very like the good people are good, the bad people are bad. Like King Costas is like just an asshole, and he just assholes all the time. So it's like there's not a lot of ambiguity. So I like the idea of challengers, whether he's like a morally gray hero or a manipulative villain, just someone who's like, wait, what the fuck is this guy doing? Because I feel like there's like all of them are. There isn't a lot of that in the game, so that's fun. But I just wanted to ask because I had fun with you guys. You guys are so much fun, and Kiki.
What?
The hunting down Septia
Yes.
and breaking her was
Yes,
fucking
we-
amazing.
Oh,
Again, this is not Tammy. I like Kiki. Kiki does things Tammy wouldn't.
Oh my
That was
god.
great.
Oh
Reed,
man.
I'm so sorry.
Uh-huh.
I couldn't decide if it was better to risk hitting you and hope that maybe you were okay, or like get like multiple children and like I'm almost positive that they have like 2 hit points each.
Yeah, I'll get my revenge. Someday there will
Please.
come a time
Please
where
do.
I have to make the decision to go through and cast Burning Hands or something.
Hit me with it.
It was great.
Do you know how many times the artificer in our other campaign has hit me with her fire cannon because I'm like, I can take it. Do it.
Yeah, but now you're a bard.
Yeah, exactly.
I have the second highest hit points in the group.
Yeah, this is
That
true.
doesn't mean anything in this group.
That's horrifying. That's horrifying. That is really, truly uncomfortable to think about.
Yeah.
I'm going to go for now. You guys have a wonderful night. Thank you so much.
Yeah, have a great
Thank
night,
you,
everybody. Thank you
Ben.
for
Thank you,
watching.
everybody.
And thank you for
Thank
the
you.
subscribing and all that.
Oh, that was
awesome.
amazing. That was
Thank
so
you
generous of
much.
you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank
Very
you.
generous. Really appreciate it. Thank you.
Have a great night.
And the sign us out.
This session had.
Bye-bye.
Yeah. All right. Bye, everybody. Good night. And all handing children.